ground. I'm searching to behold the stories that I told when my back is to the world that was smiling when I turned. Tell me you're the greatest, but once you turn, they hate us. Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Spare the sympathy. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Right away, I swear I'll never be a sand away. My enemy. Right away, I swear I'll never be a sand. Look out for yourself. But I'm ready. Your words up on the wall as you're praying for my phone, and the laughter in the halls and the names that I've been called. I stack it in my mind and I'm waiting for the time when I show you what it's like to be worse fit in a mind. Tell you you're the greatest, but once you turn, they hate us. Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Spare the sympathy. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Right away, I swear I'll never be a sand away. My enemy. Right away, I swear I'll never be a sand.
Look, okay, I'm hoping that somebody pray for me. I'm praying that somebody hope for me. I'm staying where nobody supposed to be. Posted, being a wreck of emotions. Ready to go whenever you let me know. The road is long, so put the pedal into the flow. The enemy on my trail, my energy unavailable. I'ma tell him my silhouette go. They wanna fly on my drive to the top. I've been out of shape, taking out a box. I'm an astronaut. I blasted off the planet rock that caused catastrophe.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome inside Welland Stadium. Alec Murray, Reese Dumani with you. The Kitchener Panthers in town on an absolute cooker of a day in the Rose City. 32 degrees plus humidity. Feels more like 41 today in the Rose City. A sweaty one down there, a sweatier one up here as we get set for Jackfish Baseball tonight, Reese Dumani.
Yeah, I mean, you expect it in the middle of summer, right? It's you know, we'll get a breeze every once in a while, but that's what you play the game for. You love to see the sun out. You love to see no clouds in the sky. Again, I love the heat. I've got no issues with it at all.
Big heat guy over here, me not so much, as we get set for our start here tonight. Jackfish going for another win, winning last night in Toronto. A good start to the weekend, a 2-0 start to the weekend after their win on Thursday night at home and last night in Toronto. Evan Elliott gets the start for Kitchener. Been a tough season for him through 7 starts, a ERA north of 6. It's Ben Abram finally back at home for the Jackfish tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting one. You know, Ben Abram, you're going up against an offense that has 4 hits combined in the last 2 games, and all 4 came yesterday after they got no hit by Owen Boone on Thursday. So it's an offense that's going to be a little PO to, you know, they want to get back at it. They want to start hitting a little bit more consistently. So, you know, that's a challenge in itself. You know, on the other side, Elliott, you've got a red-hot offense right now. That's 10-plus runs in the last 3 games. The previous 2, you scored 9 in each of those contests. So difficulties on both sides, but it's always exciting to see Ben Abram here at home. We've got the greens on today, so it should be a good night.
28 runs for this Jackfish offense so far this weekend. On Thursday, 13. Yesterday, 15 down at the pits. Kind of feels like the offense we saw at the beginning of the season more now, Reese.
Yeah, I think I did the math. It was about 60-plus runs in the last 5 games or so for this offense. So, yeah, they've been clicking like normal. Again, like you said, at the start of the year, what we were used to seeing before that. A little bit of a funk, but, yeah, it's been nice. And you know what? They've found ways to answer after the other team scores runs as well. You look at Thursday, it seemed like whenever Guelph would get on the scoreboard with a run or 2, the next half inning, the Jackfish would be right there with them. And then even last night in Toronto, you know, they put up their 4 runs in the 3rd, and then it was 1 in the 4th for Welland, 4 in the 5th, 6th in the 6th. So, you know, it's that kind of stuff that we like to see from the Jackfish and we're used to seeing. So, yeah, they're clicking once again, and it's been really fun to watch.
Kitchener's first trip to the pond this season, of course, a rain out earlier on in the season. That game will be made up actually next week, Friday, a rare Friday game at Welland Stadium. So make sure to grab your tickets for that recap and that rematch. So back-to-back weeks, Kitchener is in Welland. Reese, your keys to the game for we'll start with the visiting Kitchener Panthers.
Hit the ball. I mean,
Yep.
you got no hit on Thursday, and then you only got 4 yesterday. Both losses, of course, but yeah, I mean, just hit the ball. Really, just put the bat on the baseball. Give yourself a chance. Put the ball on the ground. We've mentioned that a few times for the Welland Jackfish over the last couple of weeks, but just give yourself a chance. Put the ball in play and get to Abram early.
What do you expect to see from Ben Abram? Because we know he gets stronger as the game goes on, it seems. That's his kind of style. What do you expect to see from Big Ben today on the bump?
I expect to see a fairly long outing, and I think he expects that out of himself as well. You know, I think with a 4 games in 4 days, it's baseball, right? That's what we grow up and want to do. But you know, you want to be able to get some length out of a starter here. You saw it yesterday, 5 innings from Halen Knoll, but you know, just length. I think for Ben Abram, I think he expects to go long. You know, I'm not going to say 8 or 9 for sure, but I think wouldn't surprise me if we saw 6 or 7 tonight from Ben Abram. Let's
talk about Halen Knoll for a moment here, because last night at his first start, he was excellent down at the pits. 8 strikeouts through 5 innings. I mean, he's been coming out of the pen this season so far.
Yep.
Gets a shot to start. You mentioned 4 and 4. Jackfish a little short on starters, of course, with Euclides Layer coming out of the bullpen on Thursday night. Thoughts on his performance in Toronto? Not an easy park to pitch in either.
No, it isn't. And the ball was flying yesterday. We saw a couple off the wall, but yeah, other than the third inning where he gave up 4, and it just seemed to, you know, keep coming for the Maple Leafs. You know, it was a great first 2 innings, and I thought he did a nice job bouncing back after that third inning as well. So yeah, I mean, again, it's kind of like what we're seeing up the middle with Luther and Weisner. They've switched spots, short and second base. But with Knoll, you have to see if somebody can't make a game or they're not feeling well and you need someone to start, you know, that's somebody you could possibly go to. So, yeah, you wipe out the third inning. I thought he had a good outing.
And the offense showed up and backed him up last night in Toronto. Quickly, the All-Star break. The voting is over, but you got one more shot to vote in one more member of the Jackfish. I think it's pretty obvious the member that should be there from this team. If you're going to vote one more guy in, it's Brandon Hupe, who's been excellent this season.
Yeah, he has. You know, he had a great stretch to start the year. He had a cold stretch, and now he's back. For whatever reason, him moving to the 9 hole, kind of like Luther, right, where he had so much success in that 9 spot, where it's now Hupe's turn. And so, you know, for him, yeah, I think he's earned it. You know, guys will go through stretches where they're not doing so well, but he's been better than bad more times than not. I think that makes sense. So, yeah, he's in a stretch right now where it just seems like you can't get him out, and he absolutely would deserve to get a shot at the All-Star game next Sunday, I guess it would be.
So make sure to vote him in. You can go to the IBL website, click on the link, the All-Star, it's right there, and you can type his name in there to send Brandon Hupe, be the 11th member of the Jackfish, to go to the Midsummer Classic here. Already 10 representatives, looking for that one more because you can never have enough All-Star representatives.
Not at all.
Reese, keys to the win for Welland tonight.
Keep doing what you're doing. You don't really need to change a lot. We saw great 2-out hitting on Thursday. We saw great hitting all around yesterday in Toronto. And again, I said it before the game when Brantford was here. You know, you just can't play down to the opponent, right? They're a second last place team. They got no hit on Thursday. They're a little bit down. But again, that means they're hungry. A desperate team is a dangerous team. So, yeah, you just keep doing what you're doing, but remember, it's baseball. Anybody can beat anybody on any single given day. So that's a big key for Welland.
Well, Kitchener does have 9 wins on the season. They're looking for that elusive 10th win. Last year they only had 14, so they're already in a better spot this year than they were last year. And right now this would be the first-round playoff matchup. You got 1v8 here from the pond, and I mean, like you said, anybody can beat anybody as we get set for the national anthems. And first pitch here in Welland. Let's go down to field level for this national anthem.
Anthem, affectionately known as Chicago Mumble. Southside Chicago. Tonight he's Mr. Glizzy. Please welcome Mr. C.J. Kruger. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see the rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land, glory fans. You gotta love them. Southside Chicago. Chicago Mumble. Mr. Glizzy. Green Bee. He is C.J. Kruger. Now down to the field for tonight's ceremonial first pitch. Please welcome, from Tender Cuts Quality Meats, Luke. Look at that. Jason McKay's on his way down right now, right down the middle, Luke. All right, down to the field. Tonight's play ball kids, take it away.
All right, we got Drake, Nathan, and Brandon here to get this party started on 3. 1, 2, 3. Showtime, here we go.
Detroit players, kids from our hooligans, Brooklyn, that's dead right. If they hit right, we there every night. Papa been school since days of under rules. Never lose, never choose to. Bruise, cruise, who? Do something to us. Talk goes through us. Talk to us. Wanna do us. Screw us. Screw us. Yeah, Papa and Papa. Close like Starsky and Hutch. Stick to clutch. I squeeze free at your cherry M3. Bang every MC easily. Easily. Pride ain't saying nothing, so I just speak my peace. Keep my peace. Vision for Jesus' peace. With my peace. Get me asking who want it. Get it. On it. That Brooklyn. We on it.
Welcome back. All set for Saturday baseball here from the Rose City and Welland Stadium. Alec Murray, Reese Dumani with you. Pleasure to have you all along for this ride that we call Welland Jackfish Baseball on $2 Glizzy night. Does it get any better than that?
No, not even a little bit. Nope. I mean,
One
you
each
can
inning.
have it 9.
9.
One each
Nine,
inning?
9, 9.
I could probably
Do
do
the-
2 an inning. One each
Think
half
you can
inning.
do? Oh, really?
18.
These are not regular sized glizzies. As you take a look at Ben Abram, who gets the start for the Welland Jackfish here tonight. Finally going to see Big Ben back on the bump at home. It's been a hot minute since Abrams got the start, but it lines up here for a Saturday tilt against the 8th place Kitchener Panthers, who are looking for their 10th win of the season. Welland on a win streak of their own coming into this one.
Yeah, Kitchener looking for 10, Welland looking for 20. As they win yesterday, Chatham Falls and Hamilton, so there's now a 4-game gap.
I mean, that middle of the standings
Leading
is
off
just
the first inning for the visiting
blocked up.
Kitchener
15,
Panthers.
15, 14,
Shortstop number
12,
20,
12,
Jordan
11.
Mandalay.
I mean, Hamilton's doing what Hamilton has done all season. It's they win a few, and then you're like, okay, are they going to go? And then,
Yep.
you know,
Then they lose a few.
Then they lose a
and
few,
then
yep.
it starts over, yep.
they're back to 500 now. So that middle of the standings is starting to get clogged up. Jackfish have picked the right time to play some good baseball here. 32 degrees as we get set for first pitch. Feels more like 40. Maybe feels like the Dominican up in the press box tonight because it is hot as Abram delivers his first pitch. It's going to be lined into left field for a base hit. Big turn at first base, but settling for a leadoff single, and that's how we start the ball
Right
game.
fielder number 67, Nosvani Penelver.
So Mandalay leads it off, doesn't waste any time going after the first pitch.
Yeah, much like a lot of these Jackfish starters, you fall behind early, you're pretty well done with the stuff they have. So they attack early, and yeah, you get a first pitch single.
So here's Yasveni Penalve. Ball's going to get by Robert Mullen, throw down, and Luther couldn't hang on to it. So a stolen base or wild pitch, whichever you want to mark it down as. And Kitchener 2 pitches into this ball game as a runner in scoring position. Already more hits than they had the other night against Hamilton. 1 batter in. That's what you said is their key to the game, Reese.
Yeah, hit the ball. As simple as that sounds, I know it's tough. Ben Abrams on the bump, but really that's been missing the last 2 games.
Abrams' offering is fouled off down the first base line. 1-1 the count. Let's take a look at the Jackfish defensively here tonight. P.O. Boucher, Gio Morello, and Brennan Hupe. Classic loaded outfield for the Jackfish tonight. Mateo Porcelato over at third. It'll be Luther at short. Jonah Weisner gets the start at second. Austin Gom will DH, so we'll check that. Grayson Barrett's actually going to be at first base. And then Ben Abram and Robert Mullen. Oh, no, he is at first base. Austin Gom is at first base. So we're getting misinformation all over the place here. In on the hands, and it's going to be fouled off his foot, actually, so they'll redo it in a 2-2 count.
So even the lineup we saw on socials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Mystery.
Oh, well.
Yeah, so a little mix up there. Taking off for third base, getting a good jump, swing and a miss. As Abrams sits down his first victim here tonight. One down, but a runner advancing to third.
Left fielder
Maybe
number
just
31,
taking advantage of
Mateo
Abram not
Zeppieri.
looking at him too often or so, and here in the first, that draws the infield in for the Jackfish. So after a single, it was a wild pitch and a stolen base, and a runner's 90 feet away from opening the scoring.
Mateo Zeppieri now stepping in. He takes off at the first pitch and comes up empty 0-1. Robert Mullen, his 10th home run of the season last night. First IBL member this year in 2025 to hit double digits in the home run category. Down and in from Abram, 1-1.
And I believe he is 3 shy of the next closest guy, or 3 ahead, I should say.
Is that?
I'm gonna say no. You gotta guess.
You're
who's
looking
next.
here. Do I gotta guess? Inside corner, 1-2, and Abram ahead. If I had to guess, I want to say it's Takamatsu or Castaldo.
No,
One of the two.
but
No?
he is on Toronto.
He is on Toronto.
Yeah.
Oh, Marcus Connect.
Yes,
He's
sir.
got 7.
He does.
There you go. 1-2 from Big Ben. That one is line foul. The odd time we're getting this nice breeze in here, but other than that, it is dead heat here tonight. I need a sweatband.
Does Coach have an extra one for you?
Maybe. I might have to ask him.
No coach today? Oh, man.
The heat didn't deter the Fanatics, though. Great crowd once again. That ball is flared off. It's going to drop into foul territory again. So a good battle here by Mateo Zeppieri. Zeppieri batting $170 on the season. Kitchener's all-star catcher, Junior Ibarra, will start in the all-star game behind the dish. On deck. 1-2 from Abram. That one is fought off. What a grab by Weiser at second base. He used all of that frame. He was in on the infield and able to make the grab 2 down, and it keeps the runner at third.
Catcher number 48.
Yeah, that's a heck of a play.
Ibarra.
Not only does it save a run, it gets out number 2 for Ben Abram. Now that's kind of one where you're up here, you're like, stretch. Does he have the extra inch? And he did. It's great athleticism.
Junior Ibarra, 19 RBIs on the season for Kitchener. 266 clip on the batting average. Here comes Abrams' first offering. It is there for a strike. Kitchener breaking out those blues today against the Jackfish home Saturday Greens. 0-1 from Abram is chop foul.
Well, Panthers with the blue and the black. I was worried they were going to go all black today, but
not today would not be the
a
day.
Horrible idea. So hot yesterday even, and I know it was a night game, but Chatham went with their creams on the road instead of the all blacks.
Yep. 0-2 from Abram. He got him swinging strike 3. So Big Ben punches out a pair. He strands the leadoff man at third base, and he's out of it clean after half an inning. Kitchener scoreless. Jackfish coming up here from Welland.
Proudly presented by Niagara College, we head down to the Director of Fun. Ryan Harrison, take it away.
All right, Fanatics, I'm here with Emma, who hails from St. Catharines. This is her first time here at the pond. She wants to become one of you. The only way to do that is... Here comes Fisher lady Frederica herself, dressed up as a hot dog today, with an ice-cold Halifax cod. Fanatics, make some noise for our newest fanatic, Emma. Pucker up, it's time. Yeah. Oh no, the family are gonna walk over to Niagara College gift pack and an ice cold pond water lager. One more time for our newest snack of the pond, Emma.
And fans, how do free French fries sound if Welland Jackfish pitchers strike out 5 or more opposing batters during any home game this season? Each fan here at the park can redeem their game tickets for a free medium fry with any purchase at Welland McDonald's locations, Niagara Street and Lincoln Street. And a reminder, $5 from every strikeout this season will be donated to the Ronald McDonald House. We're pleased to announce that the Welland Jackfish at the Pond is a licensed entertainment venue. Visit the bait shop concessions or the new Miller Lite dugout located on the third base side and enjoy an ice-cold tall boy. Please drink responsibly and respect the rules and help us maintain a positive atmosphere for each and every one of our Welland Jackfish fanatics.
Take a look at Evan Elliott, the starting pitcher tonight for the Kitchener Panthers. 35 innings, 7 starts, 2-2 record, 6.68 ERA. He does have his fair share of strikeouts. 38 strikeouts on the season, and to have a 2-2 record with Kitchener, who has 9 wins. It's not a bad win and loss record, but the ERA a little bit up there.
Yeah, he hands out a lot of free passes as well. 22 walks in those 35 innings. He's also given up 42 hits, so that whip is definitely up there.
Leading off the first inning for your
And for the
Welland
Jackfish, I mean,
second baseman.
you can also look at it the same way the Panthers want to attack Ben Abram. Just go at him right from the hop. You know, don't wait around.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a good fastball on him. When he can come into the zone and he gets chasing outside the zone, he can be very effective. But if you're disciplined at the plate, you can gear it for that fastball.
Absolutely.
You'll be having a good night. Jonah Weisner will lead things up, the starting shortstop in the All-Star game. Upcoming here in mid-July. First pitch is high and outside for ball 1. Next weekend from Birdie Arbor Stadium on a Sunday.
20th. That came quick.
It did. On the way. Weisner goes after that and hacks it foul. 1-1.
Please, everybody clap your hands.
Defensive lineup. Let's take a look at it for the Kitchener Panthers here tonight. Zepieri, Osawa, and Penalvi are going to occupy the outfield for the Kitchener Panthers tonight. It'll be Fuji over at third. Mandalay will start at short. Charlie Towers at second base. AJ Kirosis at first. Junior Ibarra will do the catching as Weisner lines it to third base. It's caught by Yusuke Fuji. One away here in the bottom of the first.
Number 11, Gio.
Yeah, that was a rocket, but he was standing right there. Fuji didn't have to move. Just had to bend over a little bit and make the catch. But well struck, just right at him.
Let me see it go up and down. Rotate that thing. I wanna touch that thing. When we make it go round and round. Step up in the club, I'm like blue wig. She really in the house, yeah, that's a clip. Yeah, I'm young, but it's from the old school. On the dance floor, and don't own.
Here is the red-hot Gio Morello. Takes a called strike.
And another great day yesterday in Toronto.
stacking up the great days at the dish for Gio Morello over the past few weeks. That average continuing to climb well into the mid 300s as he chops it foul 0-2.
Yeah, it's been very consistent since he's come back into the lineup after missing a couple. One of the more dangerous two-hole hitters you'll ever see. Yeah, not gonna really flirt with the long ball at all. He does have one, but definitely a guy that'll put the ball in play and leg out anything on the infield.
Bat on ball. Here comes the 0-2. Not that time. Got him swinging. So we mentioned Evan Elliott's going to get his fair share of strikeouts. There's a beautiful off-speed pitch that just bottom
Left
falls out of it.
fielder.
Morello over top. 2 down here in the
Number
first.
15, P.O.
Yeah, you said it. When he's in the zone, he's effective. And he does get his fair share of chases, but it's about the discipline for the Jackfish. And that one, yeah, you're right. The bottom just fell out of it, and not much Morello could do. Looked like a strike all the way, except for the last 5 feet.
Sang Boucher went around on the swing. 0-1. Outside 1-1.
It was Boucher that got the scoring started yesterday for the Jackfish. It was a 2-run double in the top of the first.
Elliott comes set on the mound. His 1-1 offering, here it comes. Boucher chops one on the ground to second. Charlie Towers has it on to first in time, inning over. So a clean 1-2-3 inning for Evan Elliott. And we're scoreless after 1 here in Welland. We head to the second inning. Zeros between Kitchener and Welland.
Direct your attention down to the field in front of the dugout for a game of, yes, Weenie Thrust, presented by TurfNet Sports Supply. We head now down to the field once again. They're getting ready. Mr. Harrison, take it away.
All right, Fanatics, this is a new one for us. Got Patrick and Kim for the Weenie Thrust, courtesy of TurfNet Sports Supplies. Here's how this works. They got a hot dog around their waist. Goal. Get it in your mouth. Any way possible without your hands. Just waiting for Kim here. Come on, Kim. Bring your wiener down. Oh boy, that's what we talk. All right, Fanatics, we're getting started here. Here we go. Here's Kim. Are you ready for Weenie Thrust? You're not sure? Okay. All right, on your mark, get set, go.
New truck, big lift.
Yeah, whatever works.
We been tearing up since way back when. These wheels are innocent.
There you go, Pat. There you go. Oh. This wasn't thought through real well. You know what? You gotta give it a shot at least once. He's already broken his. Let's see what she can do at least. And there you go. Nope. All right, we're gonna let you guys share this coupon. We tried our best. Hey, it's trial and error. Make some noise for our contestant. They gave it a shot. He's eating a hot dog.
Fans, a reminder, 50/50 is brought to you by Crime Stoppers of Niagara. Make sure to look out for their volunteers walking around the concourse to purchase your 50/50 tickets on sale now. Leading off the second inning for Kitchener, second baseman number 7, Charlie Towers.
Charlie Towers leads things off here in the top half of the second inning. Alec Murray, Reese Dumani, thanks for joining us on a cooker here tonight in Welland on a Saturday night. And we're not going to try to explain what you just tried to watch during the intermission. As Towers goes after the first pitch, pops it up on the infield. Jonah Weisner, he's calling everybody off and make the catch. 1 down on the first pitch of the second. The Weenie
Center
Thrust?
fielder number 1,
Yes, that is what we called it.
Osawa.
Yeah. And you had to ask if that's allowed on TV. I think
Well,
we just
now it
proved
is.
that it is.
Yep.
Yep. To be honest with you, it was a little bit more toned down than I thought. When I heard the
Yeah.
instructions, I'm like,
This could get interesting.
and then I saw the string, and yeah, you saw it.
Abram finds the outside corner and gets a called strike.
That's hope you come to the ballpark without your kids type of moment if you're one of the participants, I feel like.
How about the fit on the one
Hey, that was awesome.
patron? Yeah, it was great.
I think he's just to the left of home plate, too. I saw him coming in.
We'll see if we can locate him and get him on again. That is definitely best dressed here tonight at the pond. That's a fly ball to center. Gio Morello's got a beat on it. He'll make the catch. 2 down. Once again, looks like the ball is going to take off here at the pond tonight. That ball was not that hard hit, and it
Third
was
baseman number 5,
No.
Yusuke
Went pretty far.
Fuji.
Yeah, it seemed like he got way under that, and then all of a sudden it carried to pretty well straightaway center.
Yosuke Fuji. There are the numbers for him on the season. Abrams' first offering is a front door breaking ball called for strike 1.
Fuji just under 300 with the average.
6 bombs on the season. Goes right back to it, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, it's a nice piece out of your 7 spot. But Abram carving him up here with back-to-back breaking balls.
Goes fastball here. 0-2, Abram trying to go quickly through the top half of the second. Here comes the offering. Outside, try to get him to take on it. Did miss, though.
Yeah, he hit his spot. That's right where Mullen was, but you're right, just off the plate.
Now you can go back to the breaking ball here.
Absolutely.
1-2 from Big Ben on the way. They do go back the breaking ball. That time it bounces in.
Yeah, you miss outside, and not to say it's a miss on purpose, but it kind of is because you're trying to set the hitter up right, and then you come right back inside, try to go to the back foot with the breaking ball.
2-2 on the way. Sky high pop up in foul territory. Mullen gonna call everybody off. Lost it and can't make the catch. It's probably a ball you want Austin Gom to come and get.
Yeah, and even Mullen gave Gom a look there before he had set up
I think
to
that's
make
when
the
he lost
catch.
it.
Yeah, just with that backspin once it gets into foul territory, right? Mullen did a good job. He put his back towards the infield. But you're right. I think if Gom would have had a beat on it, definitely would like to have him get that baseball.
Here comes another 2-2 from Abram. Another one fought off. I wonder, we'll try and keep you updated on how many hot dogs we sell tonight on Weenie Night at the pond. There is a lot of people here, which means a lot of glizzies and a very long line at all the concessions right now. The heat did not deter the Fanatics tonight.
That's where mobile ordering becomes a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. That ball is crushed to right field, back at the wall, and it is gone. Yosuke Fuji knocks out his 7th home run of the season. And a solo blast has Kitchener on the board here in the top of the second. What a plate battle.
Yeah, you fall way behind, 0-2. You go outside on the fastball, come inside with a
First baseman
breaking
number
ball,
11,
and then you get a
AJ
pop-up.
Carrassus.
That's fouled off, but, and you really would love Mullen to make that play because that wipes out the inning and you're into the dugout coming to the plate, still tied. But, yeah, he makes him pay. He makes Mullen pay with the mistake, makes the Jackfish pay, and gets the Kitchener Panthers on the board.
It seems as though when Ben starts, he gives up a solo shot almost every start, and then he's totally dialed in the rest of the night.
Yeah, he needs something to get him, I don't know if angry is the right word or frustrated,
Saw the Abrams coming into the ballpark tonight. The craziest of fish hats they have. Ben's parents, such great supporters of the club. Here comes the 2-0 from Abram. That one finds the zone for a strike.
And we saw a little bit of frustration from Abram there after giving up the bomb. He falls behind 2-0, but he took an extra little walk around the mound, resets, and gets back in the strike zone here.
We told you, it's another cooker here today. The ball is going to fly. You make good contact in the air, it's got a good chance to go out of the ballpark. Light breeze to center field today. Partly cloudy, we mentioned 32, feels more closer to 40. Kind of a tee up to the week we're expecting here in the Niagara region. A lot of 30s temperature-wise. That one is hit hard to right field, and it's going to go foul.
Yeah, it's an AC week coming up. They're going to get a ton of work. At least in my house.
Or
anyways.
a patio week if you're Reese Tumani.
That's true, yeah. Great point.
Maybe you can get yourself a tan.
Yeah, mine's a little weak compared to yours.
2-2 on the way. Just low.
You also work outside,
I
though,
do.
So.
Yeah.
I like checking out the
I've
tan.
got you beat. Yes, I do.
It's close.
Full count from Abram. He got him swinging strike 3. Robert Mullen will throw down to complete the strikeout. Abram is out of the inning, his third punch out, but not before damage was done. Yosuke Fuji, a solo blast to get the Panthers on the board first. 1-0 Kitchener as we head to the bottom of the second.
Get ready, Hamilton. It's the 2025 IBL Home Run Derby and All-Star Game. Hosted by the Hamilton Cardinals at beautiful Bernie Arbor Stadium. Watch the league's top sluggers crush moonshots in the Derby. Then see the best of the best go head-to-head under the lights in the All-Star Game. Grab your tickets now at HamiltonCardinals.com because this summer, the stars shine brightest in Hamilton.
Your time is now. You're ready for your next big step. Niagara College is a proven leader among Ontario colleges. Our students are prepared to succeed and drive innovation locally and around the world. Our supportive student culture and state-of-the-art learning facilities help you achieve your dream. Choose academic excellence. Choose experiential learning. Choose career success. Choose Niagara College today. Visit niagaracollege.ca/apply.
There he is. We found him right in the intermission, in between innings. Check out that outfit.
That's awesome.
15 cent hot dogs. Is that what it says up there?
I wish that still was a thing.
Wow. I need to know where he got that shirt.
Man, Rod just said cheer for fan of the game. That's got to be him, no?
I mean, we talked about the heat too. He's like fully dedicated to his craft. I can't imagine what it feels like under that hot dog hat there. That is quite the outfit here on Weenie Night down at the pond, of course. Fanatics always surprise us every day we come to the ballpark. We see something we thought we would never see.
Your ball team or birthday party can join us here at the pond. Visit
as we get set for the bottom half of the second inning. Alec Murray and Reese Tumani with you.
All-inclusive group tickets.
And it'll be Robert Mullen to lead things off for the Welland Jackfish.
The catcher, number 23, Robert.
Yeah, you know what? It's kind of fitting
Mullen.
that he'll lead off this inning, right? He missed that pop-up in foul territory, and then just a few pitches later, Fuji made him pay with that home run. You know, after getting number 10 yesterday, that'd be a nice way to make up for it, I guess is the best way to say that. But it's always fitting that way. It's either a misplay or a spectacular play, and then you come up and lead off the inning. So let's see if he can do some damage.
Pitch is a called strike to Mullen, 1-1. Last player vote in, ending at 11:59 on Monday. So go make sure to get those votes in. Ooh. Look out! Whew.
He just had a heart attack.
I looked up and I saw baseball 2 feet above my head. Whew. All right, we're good.
Ugly finder.
1-2 on the way to Mullen. He strikes him out as Elliott gets him swinging. Leadoff man down here in the second.
That was probably the closest one so far this year.
Hitter, number 24,
I think we had one that came like
Grayson
just to our
Barrett.
right, but
I don't think Rob liked me calling him a 5'2" player with no speed the other day.
yeah, the truth hurts.
Whew. All right. Relocked. Here's Grayson Barrett into the batter's box. The
Say,
DH
reset,
tonight.
Alec. You're all right.
Yeah, we're
We'll be
good. 1-0 Panthers here at the bottom of the second. The strike is called to Barrett on the outside part of the plate.
Yeah, as loud as we kind of freaked out off that foul ball, the crowd kind of did the same.
Make sure to stay tuned to our league and IBL social medias. Wednesday, the Home Run Derby bracket will be announced to participants as well. Excited to see who's going to participate and take place in that. You got to think Tyler Duncan will be back in it. Champion, the reigning champion last year.
Would imagine Seth Strong.
Got to think. Be Robert Mullen. Grayson Barrett, a guy at the dish.
Yep.
Another good option. Comes up empty on it for strike 3, 2 down. So back-to-back strikeouts to start the second for Evan Elliott, who's had a nice start to this ball game. 5 up, 5 down through the middle of the Jackfish order, and now he gets
Third
Mateo
baseman,
Porcelato.
number 10, Mateo
Yeah, second straight K, third overall.
Porcelato.
Yeah, it's been a nice mix so far for Elliott.
Sad to see Marcus Connect backing out of the All-Star game. He would have been another great participant to have in that home run derby. Ryan Rio, same deal with him. First pitch is in for a strike to Mateo.
And you have to imagine Sanford would have been in that as well, if not for getting the call to the Ottawa Titans.
Yep. Still lots of great power available for the home run derby. 0-1. Breaking ball is in the dirt, 1-1.
I think we're getting a little bit of a grunt from Elliott as he delivers the pitch as well.
Yeah. Really just trying to throw it by these Jackfish batters. He's done a good job of it so far. 3 strikeouts through 5 hitters. Gonna go back outside to Porcelato. Here comes the 1-1. Stays high.
There's a ton of space down the left field line right now.
That is a hot shot right back up the middle, base hit. First hit of the night for the Jackfish, and Porch is aboard with 2 down.
First
there's room
baseman,
there too.
Number 6.
Hit the ball hard,
Austin
right back up the box.
Dom.
Yeah, gets that first hit for the Jackfish in this contest. See if they can spark a 2-out rally here, try and get even. Again, we talked about it off the top. Their ability to answer after the opposition scores some runs. We saw it on Thursday. We saw it on Friday in Toronto. Be a nice 2-out rally to get one here against Kitchener.
Here's Austin Gom, Porch aboard. Got to think it's not long before he takes off. That's a chopper to third. To second they go to get Porch by half a step, inning over. So Evan Elliott's made quick work of the Jackfish here through 2 innings. Kitchener on top 1-0 as we head to the third.
Here at the pond, it's the CA Niagara Stack and Dash Back down to the field we go with the Director of Fun.
All right, Fanatics, it's time for CAA Niagara Stack and Dash. We got Keith and Bailey versus Candace and Brett. Here's how this works while we get set up here. When I say go, you take off, grab a donut, bring it back, stack it on your partner. Once all four are stacked, you take off back to me. First team across the finish line wins $25 to PDs, courtesy of CAA Niagara. All right, Fanatics. Welcome to Saturday Night at the Pond. Are you ready? That's better. Back, guys. Move back. Move back. Move back a little bit. Move back a little bit. On your mark. Get set. Go! They're off. First donut. Here we go. I love this one. Ooh. All right, first one on. Put it on the floor spoon. There we go. Come on, Fanatics. It's Saturday. Make some noise. It's spicy out here. All right, down to the third donut. Here we go. Better move it. Every time. Every time. Come on. You try to help and you just can't, I don't know. Congratulations. Candace and Brett, you're welcome with $25 to PDs. Fanatics, make some noise for our contestants. Aren't they great? We'll be back.
Want to wear the fish this season? Visit the new tackle box on the first base side of the stadium or online at shop.wellandjackfish.com for all your Fanatic needs.
Top half, third inning. Thanks for joining us here at Welland Stadium. A reminder to everybody, the 2025 All-Star game. Oh, we do have. I was gonna,
for the Panthers, designated
there's the
number
glizzy
4,
counter.
Trent
532 already. That's a lot of hot dogs.
Game's not even 40 minutes old.
532 hot dogs through 2 innings. There we go. I'll make my announcement at the top or the bottom half of the next inning. That's great.
We only let, well, fans only get in an hour before the game. Like,
yeah, that's a lot of hot dogs.
Man.
1-0 from Abram. 2-0, it's in tight.
I think Mola thought that one was in the zone, but you'll just have to work behind down 2 balls, no strikes.
9-1-2 due up in the Panther lineup here in the top of the third. It's Trent Lawson, the DH, leading it off. Hard contact, but foul.
Yeah, and that's all it is. Just a loud foul ball, a loud strike, long strike. You know, like you said, it seems like Abram will give up a solo shot, and then all of a sudden he's just dialed in, and the hitters have no shot. So, look to see him get back in the count here.
3-1.
Abram only 7 walks coming into action today.
Another one fouled off, and it's a full count. Abram kind of the lone member of the Jackfish pitching staff left off the All-Star team. Clitty Lair will be there. Davey Mendez, of course, will be there. Theodore Ortega will be there. Jose Dominguez will be there. (3-2) from Big Ben. That one is sent in the air, left center field. P.O. Boucher over, makes the catch to retire the leadoff man here in the third.
That's a nice job by Abram to work his way back, down 2-0, gets 2-1, and then falls behind 3-1. Able to get a foul ball off of Lawson and then a fly out. So you get the number 9 guy. That's the most important thing when getting back to the top. So get your second look at Mandalay. who singled on the first pitch he saw of the game.
First pitch is a called strike to the leadoff man. Second time through the order here for Kitchener. As Yosvani, check that, Jordan Mandalay steps in. Single to lead off the ball game for Kitchener, was stranded at third base. 0-1 from Big Ben, there for strike two.
And after he ambushes Abram out of the gate to start the ball game on a fastball, that's back-to-back breaking balls from the Jackfish right-hander. Left-hander, geez, what was I thinking?
Reaching out, rolling over on that one to short. Luther in transition on a first in time, 2 down.
Right fielder Novani Penelver.
It'd be nice to see Abram get into a nice groove here. That's 3 straight after the hook. Still has a nice tempo on the bump, but he does usually go on a streak of just retiring batter after batter as we move throughout the middle of ball games.
Giovanni Penelve in for his second at-bat. Ambushes Abram on the first pitch. Weisner this time has it on a first quick 1-2-3 inning for Big Ben as he throws up a 0 in the third. To the bottom half we go. 1-0. Panthers on top.
One lucky fanatic. Ryan, take it away.
Hey there.
This is so bad. What if somebody sees this?
We have to get rid of this.
How?
Oh, I've got some ideas. At Penn Financial, our advisors can help you clean up the mess and make sense of your finances. Whatever your financial secret is, there's no judgment on our end. Don't live in financial stress. Come to Penn Financial. We'll help you clean up the mess.
Let me into my zone. Please don't let me into my zone. 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 Please don't let me in. Yeah. Can't answer my phone now. Just leave it there, that tone. Ballin' can't beat me up, cause I'm back in my zone now. Cause I'm back in my zone now.
Kicking off the bottom half of the third inning, Alec Murray, Reese Dumani. Want to remind you, the All-Star Game, the 2025 Midsummer Classic, upcoming in Hamilton this Sunday, July the 20th. Make sure to grab your tickets. You can grab those tickets at www.theibl.ca or www.hamiltoncardinals.com. Make sure to pack Bernie Arbor to see all the best stars in the IBL this season. We mentioned it. 10 Jackfish will be there. Possibly one more. Brandon Hupe in on the last man in vote, ballot, whatever you want to call it. Vote him in. You have until Monday at midnight to vote in Brandon Hupe to be the last man in and send 11 fish to the Midsummer Classic. Home Run Derby followed by the All-Star Game. Going to be a great Sunday in the Hammer. So much fun last season here at the Pond when we had it.
Glad they brought it back too.
Yeah.
You know, missing it for a number of years where it was the All-Stars versus the IBL champion from the previous season. I think I like it this way better, though.
100%.
Not I think, I know I like it better.
2-1 as that one is outside from Evan Elliott. Luther, Hupe, and then back to the top of the order for Jonah Weisner. Yeah, I mean, it adds some validity to what we do here in the IBL, right?
Absolutely.
Players, I'm sure, love it too. Got to be around all types of different players last season when we had it here at Welland Stadium, and it's just great. Everybody seemed to love it. Great day, great atmosphere. Players loved it, interacting with the fans. I mean, that's what we do it for, right? The fans.
Absolutely.
Fans first. 3-1 on the way. Luther, wave and a miss, full count.
Yeah, and the fact that they're like essentially back-to-back. You're not having like the home run derby at noon. It ends at, what, 2:30, and then we get going for the All-Star game at 6 or 7. It's back-to-back.
Yeah.
Make a nice day out of it.
It's going to be a great Sunday. I know we'll most likely be making the trip down, Reese.
Oh, with 10 guys there, 100%.
Absolutely. Three and two on the way from Elliott. Luther fights it off to stay alive.
This will be pitch number 7 of the at-bat upcoming for Luther. Nice job spoiling that pitch. Didn't really look like he could do too much with it. We'll have to see another day. It'll be huge to get the leadoff man here on for the Jackfish.
Elliott's offering. Luther, another one spoiled out of play.
There's also another good spoil there from Luther. Thought that was a pretty good pitch from Elliott. Again, Luther able to get a piece.
Payoff to Luther again is outside for ball 4, and he's worked himself an 8-pitch walk. So the leadoff man is aboard, and that'll bring in Brandon Hupe.
Right fielder, number 21, Brandon Hupe.
Yeah, another great at-bat. That 8 spot starting to heat up for the Welland Jackfish.
There's Hupe's numbers, a .314 average, 2 bombs, 19 RBIs sitting on the season.
Talk about a guy that's hot right now.
He's been great the past few weeks as he takes inside for ball 1.
We talked about it in between innings, the plate discipline for the Jackfish. If they can find a way to, make balls and not chase out of the zone, as simple as it is to say that, they could have a really successful night, but it's when you start chasing out of the zone. That's where those early Ks came from for Elliott. So as you go on throughout the ball game, you start to learn the tendencies, you start to know how the pitches move, and you can take them.
Luther's going to take off. Hupe crushes one deep left field. It is foul. Wow, did he connect on that baseball? That one's out of the fairgrounds and left.
That was destroyed.
I think the fastball's timed up.
Yep, I would say so.
Just.
Also, Luther had one heck of a jump at first base. I mean, if that ball's fair, it doesn't make a difference.
Wow.
But for sure would have had a stolen base, but feet away from a 2-run shot.
Allowed strike number 1 to Hupe. Attacks him again. Hupe fouls it into the mitt. 1-2.
And with 2 strikes here, wouldn't surprise me if they started the runner again. Speed at first, good speed at the plate.
One and two to Hupe. Luther bouncing out first base. Called strike three. Hupe didn't agree, and he'll be sat down looking, one down.
Your second baseman.
They might have been expecting another
Jonah
fastball. They go to the breaking ball on the
Weisner.
outer edge, get the call. It's actually a huge K for Elliott in that moment. With Weisner stepping to the plate now. See if Weisner can pick his teammate up.
Jonah Weisner with one down and one on. Back to the top of the order. Luther back in safely. Time called by Luther over at first.
Gotta shake out the oven mitt.
I know we talked about how Kitchener didn't wear black jerseys today, but I mean, those black pants aren't doing them any favors, I bet.
No.
Kitchener, one of the lone teams in the IBL that doesn't have whites. They don't have road whites or home whites, as Weisner slices one foul. They got gray and black. It's a weird combo.
Yeah. Yeah, because like on a Sunday, you want the Sunday whites, right? It's classic. It looks good. Sunday blacks, I don't know. It doesn't have the same ring to them. Doesn't have the same look either. Whites look 10 times better.
Can agree to disagree with us if you'd like, but yeah, white on white is probably one of the cleanest looks. Gets dirty quick, makes the equipment manager's job hard, but that's why you have them.
Absolutely. Yeah, you buy the best washing machines money can buy.
Look at Luther.
He's
off
off
of
the
first
bag.
base. Yeah, they're not even going to hold Luther on.
Two pick off. Okay.
He's going to take off. He's been thrown
Keep
over
going.
at once.
Yeah. Like, why not? Just keep going.
Now he's playing around with him at first base. I mean, I would still hold him on, though. You still got to hold him on. I'm not sure why they didn't hold him on or why they weren't holding him on, because
yeah, that makes no sense.
You got to be sure you can pick him off. You can still throw over, though. Weisner, hot shot to short. Off the shortstop and into center field. Luther got a run and go. Ricky Pilotari's going to hold up the stop signs at third. With less than 2 outs, it's a base hit for Weisner. Might go down as an error on Mandalay. Look pretty routine from here. Yep, that'll be an E6.
Your center
And the Jackfish are in business here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, hit hard enough for a double play. That's tailor-made, 6-4-3. Just a hot shot to second. Mandalay unable to come up with the baseball. And yeah, the Jackfish in business in inning number 3. Looking to get even and potentially ahead. Take advantage of the mistakes of the Panthers.
So here's Gio. Attacks the first pitch foul.
You just need a simple approach from Morello, right? It was a string of singles that helped the Jackfish have a big inning in the 8th on Thursday. Just keep the line moving.
Weisner's going to take off for second. Ibarra's not even going to bother throwing down. It's a stolen base for Jonah. And now a base hit scores 2.
It looks like the Panthers will take it out for a run here. Still early on.
Morello chops it foul, 1-2.
Well, guy that's really playing in is Fuji, but that's sort of the typical spot you'll see a third baseman, even with the third base bag. They call it the hot corner. You never really see a third baseman playing back on the grass. The outfield grass, I should say.
Brantford has tied things up against the Barrie Baycats, and that game is headed to extra innings in Barrie, 5-5.
14 hits for the Sox.
Only 6 for Barrie. 6? I don't know what's more impressive. 5 runs on 6 hits or 14 hits against Barrie for Brantford?
Especially after how last night went.
Yeah.
That's one heck of a turnaround for the Sox.
It's been a weird year for Brantford that way. I mean, they have 2 wins over Guelph. They put up 25 runs in one game. I mean, then they go get shut out, and then they go back the next night, and they get double-digit. Like, it's very hot and cold, that lineup.
Yeah.
I mean, you see their ceiling, and then you also see the other side of it, which is the more ugly side of it. That shows the team that's in last place in the IBL standings by about 4 games.
Yeah, then these are the guys they're chasing, the Kitchener Panthers. So the Sox are pretty well everyone's fan. Whoever's playing the Kitchener Panthers. But yeah, they got to start racking up wins themselves.
4 games on tap on a Saturday around the IBL. That's going to be well outside for ball 4, and the bases are full with only 1 away for P.O. Boucher as Gio takes a walk.
Your left fielder, number 15, P.O. Boucher.
Toronto, the lone team not in action tonight. Hamilton's in Chatham-Kent to take on the Barnstormers from Fergie Jenkins. That game moments away from first pitch. Also moments away from first pitch. In Guelph, in the Royal City, the London Majors and Guelph Royals tee off. That is a game to keep an eye on.
Yeah, that'll be a really good one.
P.O. Boucher, hot shot to second. Throw is in time. Back to first. It's a double play. And it gets Kitchener out of the inning. So Charlie Towers will eliminate the threat for the Welland Jackfish, who load the bases and leave them loaded. As we head to the 4th, Evan Elliott works out of it. Kitchener remains on top 1-0.
With you on the field for the Undy Run tonight.
All right, it's time. Undy Run presented by Minor Brothers. We've got Ashley, Carey, and Carly versus Leighton, Jeff, and Joan. Pretty simple rules. When I say go, you take off around the infield, down towards home plate. First team across the line wins $25 to Minor Brothers. Fanatics, are you ready? We got to stop this, guys. I said, are you ready? On your mark, get set, go. They're on. They were stretching earlier for this. Oh, it's going to be a tight race. It's all depending on the curve here. This is where everybody fights it. So let's see. All right, home stretch. We got a little bit of a lead here. Let's see what happens. Oh, no! Down they go. Congratulations, Leighton, Jeff, and Joan. You're walking home with $20 to Minor Brothers. The curve gets them all the time. Make some noise for our contestants. We will be back.
A reminder, Fanatics, single game tickets are on sale for all remaining 2025 Welland Jackfish home games. Don't miss a second of the show and head to wellandjackfish.com/tix to purchase your game tickets tonight. Head to the bait shop now or visit Denise at the Catch Beer Bar on the third base side and enjoy an ice cold pond water lager of Surfly Fish White or Newark Brewing. Please drink responsibly. Welland Stadium stops serving alcohol at the end of the 7th inning. Leading off the 4th inning for the Kitchener Panthers, left fielder number 31, Matteo Zeppieri.
So Zeppieri leads things off at the top of the 4th here for the Kitchener Panthers. Alec Murray and Reese Dumani along for the ride with you on a Saturday from Welland Stadium. Jackfish going for win number 2-0 on the season. Kitchener going for number 10. 1-0 Panthers through 3. That pitch is lined down the right field line, foul. Keep attacking Abrams' first pitch offerings.
Yeah, again, he's a guy that you fall behind, 0-2, 1-2. It's pretty tough to reach base.
That one is slashed to right field. Hupe's got a beat on it. He'll haul it in. Leadoff man retired here in the 4th.
Catcher Junior Ibarra.
We talked about it off the top. This is potentially a first-round matchup. Obviously, we've still got a month until we hit playoff time in the Intercounty Baseball League. But you look at the remaining schedule for the Welland Jackfish. 2 of the last 3 games are against these Kitchener Panthers.
They haven't played them a ton this season.
And you said Friday, the makeup game.
Yeah.
Kitchener's back here.
Abram yanks one into the dirt. Looked like he slipped on the mound. 1-0. Makeup game will be Friday from the pond. Make sure to grab those tickets for the Odd Friday Welland Jackfish home game. Should be some nice weather.
Back-to-back, Friday, Saturday here at the pond.
There we go. Any day at the ballpark is a great day. As a strike is bumped in, 1-1. Long look into Ibarra. Here comes Abrams offering. High chopper to third. Porcelato's got it sized up on a first in time. 2 down.
Ben Abrams in his groove right now.
We said it.
Yep.
Second baseman Charlie
That
Towers.
is 6 straight after the home run.
I got to ask him about that.
Yeah, I'm curious to know that too. Again, he's not allowing a home run on purpose. But
no, it's just funny how
it is.
It just seems to be a reoccurring occurrence. Good thing is, majority have been solo shots.
Yes, yep. Yeah, the least amount of damage possible if the ball leaves the yard. That's for sure.
0-1 on the way. And I mean, we mentioned today is a very tough day to keep the ball inside the ballpark. Yep. If you hit it in the air and get good wood on it, it's probably going to go.
Which Fuji did. That, it was a line drive home run.
Yep. Most likely not out of the ballpark on a regular day here at the pond, but definitely out of the ballpark in Kitchener where he plays his home games. That's a check swing, and he definitely went around. For strike 3, Robert Mullen will throw down to complete the strikeout. Number 4 for Big Ben, who's through 4 innings of one-run baseball. We head to the bottom half of the inning. Jackfish looking to get on the board here against Evan Elliott.
Mazzari of Century 21 and Avmark Realty Limited makes.
When we at Miller Lite set out to brew a light beer, there came a moment of truth. When we had to choose great taste for 90 calories, we chose both. Tastes like Miller time.
Did you know your dollar does more in Niagara with Penn Financial? And you get the same benefits and rates, except we get to know you better, like true neighbors do. Penn Financial, Niagara's truly local credit union.
Fans, a reminder to please stay hydrated. Drink water tonight. Again, lots of water available. Please drink water and stay hydrated. Can't make it to a game? Head to youtube.com/Welland Jackfish. Subscribe to our official YouTube channel There you'll find amazing content and watch every home game live, presented by Young's Electric. The professional and dedicated staff here at the pond ask you to help keep this site beautiful. Please use the provided trash containers for your garbage. Leading off the fourth inning for your Welland Jackfish.
Robbie Mullen will lead things off here in the bottom half of the fourth inning.
Robert Mullen.
Still just as hot as it was at first pitch. That sun's beaming down on Welland Stadium.
That's where season tickets on the third base side of the stadium come in clutch.
Absolutely. So here is Robbie. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout tonight. Mullen sends one to left center field. That's going to split the outfielders and down for a base hit. Mullen attacks the first pitch from Elliott, and the leadoff man is on here in the fourth. And that'll bring in Grayson Barrett.
Number 24, Grayson Barrett.
And I would say Mullen's currently in a stretch right now where he's been a little bit unlucky. He's been hitting the ball very hard. You know, he got rewarded last night with his 10th homer of the year. Could have easily had extra bases on the previous at-bat because he destroyed a ball on a line that was caught in left field, but it just seemed like he was getting a little unlucky, hitting the ball hard, but right at guys here. He was able to find a gap, get himself a single.
So here's Barrett. Takes a strike. 0 for 1 tonight. Breaking ball is inside. Good take. 1-1.
Elliott really likes that spot no matter what count it is. Normally you like to go there with 2 strikes, but he does not mind throwing the breaking ball on the inner part of the plate or just off the inside corner.
Elliott comes set. The 1-1. Barrett over top, 1-2.
That's been his best pitch tonight so far. Elliott going to the breaking ball, like I just said, at any count. He does not care.
And he's got the chases.
Yep.
That was the key. We mentioned it off the top of the broadcast, Reese. If he's going to get the chases out of the zone with the breaking ball, it's going to be an effective night for him. So far he has. Hard chopper to second. Towers. Back to first in time, and another double play for Kitchener on the infield. So back-to-back innings with a double play, and now all of a sudden your leadoff man is erased, and there's 2 outs for Mateo Porcelano.
The third baseman, number 10, Mateo.
Yeah, you just get into a tough count. Forced to go after a pitch that maybe you don't necessarily want to, and you end up rolling it over. Good contact, but right at the second baseman.
So here's Porch. And the home plate umpire coming out from behind the plate, yelling something down toward that Kitchener bullpen. Yeah, there's baseball on the field. We'll get that up into the seats. And here's Porch with his .421 batting average this season.
That's unreal. Just hits. Like,
that's not even hard. That's not even video game numbers, Reese. That's like otherworldly numbers.
Oh, okay.
Little check swing, excuse me, into left field. It's going to drop in fair. Porch thought that was a foul ball off the bat. And a base hit for Mateo. When it's going, it's going.
The first baseman.
Yeah, you're living right when those drop. Like,
Austin Gum.
Hey, I didn't mean to do it, but yeah, I got rewarded anyways.
And realistically, yeah, he probably should have been at second base, but he'll get there.
Oh, yeah. It'll take 1 or 2 pitches for him to get the extra 90.
He'll make up for it. Gom takes a strike.
He didn't run there. He was just putting on his mitten. See it here. Watch this.
One, two. There's the hop. Oh, yeah, he gone. Throw down is a good one, but not in time. Porch swipes another one.
Yeah, he would have ran on the first one, but like I said, he was still finishing putting on that mitten. But he's good. Yeah, there's the extra 90. We're used to that.
That's a great throw from Ibarra, too. Had to pick it on a short hop.
Yeah.
Still put it right on the money.
Yeah, Porch didn't get his normal running or jumping start, but he's got enough speed that he's able to make up for it, even if he's just starting flat-footed or on his toes.
Gom fights one off left field. It's sinking quickly. Coming in is Zeppieri to make the catch, and another inning with another 0 for Evan Elliott, who's through 4 really strong innings for the Panthers here tonight. They lead 1-0 as we chug along. 5th inning coming up next from the Rose City.
Ryan Harrison's got the contestants. Ryan, what do we got tonight?
All right, it's Conti's Collision time. Is that right, Conti's Collision, obviously. We got Jeff and Jay here for a chance to win 2 free breakfasts courtesy of Blue Star Restaurant, also courtesy of Conti's Collision. Here's how this works. When I say go, you take off, jump into each other, stay on your feet, win, go on the, end up on the floor. Well, you tried. Here's getting set up here. Jeff, we're going to get you to move back here. Jeff and Jay here. Move back, Jeff. Keep going. Keep going. Who wants to see these two smash into each other? You guys are crazy. On your mark. Get set. Go. There we go. All right. All right, all right, all right. Get up, Jeff. That's good. Stay there. What's up, Jeff? Who wants to see him do it again? All right. All right, remember, stay on your feet, you win. On your mark, get set, go! Good, Jeff. One more time. I thought so. All right, Jeff. You get the, put the balance you got there. We need some encouragement here, some real big encouragement. On your mark, get set, go! Congratulations, Jeff. You're on 2 breakfasts courtesy of Conti's Collision at Blue Star Restaurant. Thanks one more time for our contestants. We will be back.
Leading off the 5th inning for Kitchener, center fielder Ronta Osawa.
Ronta Osawa will lead things out for the Kitchener Panthers here in the top half of the 5th inning. 1-0 Kitchener on top. The solo shot, Yusuke Fuji is the difference maker thus far as the first pitch is fouled up onto the berm.
Again, in another game where it really hasn't been an issue for the Jackfish to get guys on. It's about bringing them around. Now, 2 double plays have killed a couple of rallies, but
good to see the center field crew back out and in attendance here tonight.
If I count correctly, looks like 7 or 8 of them tonight.
Yeah, I wonder if they get the fire going out there. Chopper foul. I mean, that's got to bring the value of those houses up.
100%.
Right?
Absolutely.
You get a free ticket to the ballpark all summer long in the best spot in the house. Right on the berm and center. Oh, yeah. There we go. Taking in some Jackfish action. Got the dog out.
I'll say tons of grass for him to run around.
Oh, yeah. It's a great little spot to have your backyard on, as another one is chop foul. Best seat in the house.
Yeah, I'd be out there every game.
Hike a cooler
100%.
out there.
Yep. Yeah, start grilling.
Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. Abram, a shake. Now he's got a sign. 1-2 on the way. Going to be a tough play. Porcelato's got it. Throw is in time. He got him at first base. Nice arm from Porch to retire the leadoff man here in the 5th.
Yeah, one of those high choppers that's, is going to be a bang-bang play at first base, so you just have to grab it and go, and that's what Porch did. Knew he had enough time where he didn't have to go for the bare hand, but a quick transition from the glove to the hand, and then over to first. Perfect throw.
First pitch swinging to Weisner at second. On to first in time. 2 down. We welcome in all 200 plus of our viewers to the stream here tonight. I mean, it's been a great season, not only attendance-wise, but across our YouTube channel as well. I mean, our views have been sky high all season long. People love to tune in wherever you may be tuning in from.
Yeah, we're around 1,500 to 2,000
average
per game.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
And again, when you have a sellout of 3,200, which we've had 4 times, you add on another 15 to 2. That's around 5,000.
I mean,
for one game.
Yeah. I mean, and you all saw the note. This just shows how far our reach is fans-wise. That note that the kid wrote in earlier this week.
Yes, that was awesome.
I mean, I love that stuff. That is why we do it. That is why we love our fans, because they come from far and afar. And I believe, what was his name? I gotta find this here. Emmett Sam, 12 years old. And he is from somewhere in America, I do believe. Here comes the 1-2. It is strike 3 called at the knees. Abram caught him looking. Strikeout number 5 for Big Ben. He's on a roll here. He's retired 9 straight hitters as we march to the bottom of the 5th. I'm going to try to find where Emmett is from.
Calgary.
Calgary, there we go. Emmett all the way from Calgary. We love our fans across this great country and, of course, wherever you may be tuning in from. So shout out to Emmett. I'm sure he is tuned in out west. As we'll take a break here, we'll step aside. To the bottom of the 5th we go. 1-0, Kitchener on top.
Quality meets. Pretty simple rules. They dance, they fish, you vote. DJ, hit the beat.
There's a lot of good foods out there, like hamburgers, mac and cheese, tacos, burritos.
Come on, Dave. I want to see some real moves here. Oh, leader thrust. There we go.
When did I last eat? Man, it's been forever.
Oh, the word. That's old school, Dave. Nice. The lawnmower. All right, one more. All right. I'm just being pretty simple here. Dave, Emily. Congratulations, Emily. You're going $50 like Tender Cuts Quality Meats. What a wiener dancer right there. Congratulations. Make some noise for Emily one more time. We will be back. Time to celebrate all birthdays in attendance tonight. Happy birthday to Sharon V. Brad Clark in the host tonight. Happy birthday, Matt. Happy birthday to Travis Schneider from the Riff Raff crew. In the house, Olive tonight. Happy birthday to all. From your friends, family, and the Welland Jackfish. Happy birthday, Travis Schneider from the Riff Raff crew. Leading off the 5th for the Fish. Shortstop, number 20. Brendan Luther.
First pitch swinging Luther into right field, leadoff base hit. He's aboard for the second time tonight.
Right fielder number 21, Brandon Hoope.
Luther wastes no time there. Line drive, base hit to right field. And that is 3 straight innings that the Jackfish have had the leadoff man on. Luther was on to start the 3rd. Now he's on to start the 5th.
Defensive change here for you, as Runta Osawa out of the ball game, Reese. Matteo Zeppieri will shift from left to center, and Jamie Cabral is now in left for Kitchener. Evan Elliott has kept this lineup at bay thus far through 4. But we know how quickly that can change.
Yeah, they've had the traffic. Again, it's just about bringing them around.
I think it's safe to say the Luth has broken the 8-hole curse as well.
Absolutely.
No better guy to do it. Hupé tonight. So we're still getting our changes through there. Look out, another one come. One of these balls is going to come in here today.
We were ready for that one, though.
I
The
was
other one
ready.
we were not.
Yeah, I was actually reading my email for the All-Star game announcement. Oh, we wanted to plug there, and all of a sudden, my life.
Oh, bleep.
It will never be as good as Spencer Tangway last season. Nothing will ever top that. He was under the desk. Punched out on strike 3. Did not look in the zone. They called him out at second? No.
What?
No way. He was in about 2 feet ahead of the tag. That is a horrendous call at second. That can't happen. That cannot happen.
And he didn't slide over the bag. His foot was still there. His leg was still on it.
It's just a horrible call. There's nothing to say about it.
Come on.
That can't happen. It just can't happen. I mean, how do you even – what do you say to Brian Ezery?
I don't know.
Wow.
I'd like to say he's satisfied with his answer, but I don't think he is.
He's a pretty cool and calm and collected manager.
Now at the dish for the fish.
It's just a blown call. There's no else
number 4,
to put it, Reese.
Jonah
Luther was in there.
Weisner.
It wasn't really particularly close either.
No, it wasn't close. Yeah. Again, the only thing I can think of is if he lost contact while he was sliding across the bag, but he was
irate.
It looked like he had contact with the bag the entire time.
So to boot, maybe 2 calls that kind of go the Kitchener Panthers' way. You get Hupé on the strikeout. He's 0 for 2. And you get Luther down to second base. Little bit of a delayed call down there at second base, too, because I called it. He was in there at second.
Oh, he was. You were right, too.
A
little bit of a head scratcher.
I mean, we see it from up here. Obviously a lot farther than down on the field, but regardless, now the Jackfish have to deal with 2 away and nobody aboard. Two and 1 on the way. No. What is happening in this inning, Reese? There we go. 2 and 2 to Weisner. Two on the way. Well, the crew's got to regroup here after that inning. We'll regroup here up in the broadcast booth. Weisner's down on strikes. We head to the 6th, 1-0 Kitchener on top.
Fans, one more time, let's hear it for the IBL's fastest grounds crew. Leading off the 6th inning for the Panthers, designated hitter Trent Lawson.
So Trent Lawson will lead things off here in the inning for the Kitchener Panthers. Shadows now starting to play a factor on the field level. Strike is called.
Abram continuing to cruise. Gets ahead of Lawson here, number 9 guy. You want to get him before you turn it over.
Abram has retired the last 9 Panthers.
Not one person has reached base since the home run.
Yep. Take a look at Abrams. Wow, look at that split. 16 balls, 47 strikes for Abram tonight. He is in the zone.
Got the help of the Shadows right now.
Yeah. I mean, you got to take advantage of that as you're a pitcher.
These are the middle innings. Can be the lull innings, I guess you could say it.
It's Greg.
That'd be Greg.
Everybody's favorite member of the Welland Jackfish. That ball is to center field, backing Gio Morello up in front of the warning track. Makes the catch. Leadoff man is down. 10 straight for Abram.
Oh, yeah, Greg's chilling. He's having a
Shortstop,
time.
Jordan
Longest
Mandalay.
tenured member, Burlington/Welland, Greg Marco. Check swing. Check down to first. Say he held up. 1-0.
I think Ben Abrams thought that caught the plate.
Based off the location of the strikeout to Hupe, I think he should have thought right. That's a bunt. Pushed right to the first baseman. Gom will step on the bag. 2 down. A little too much on that bunt.
Yeah, that's one Gom will just say, oh, thank you.
Right
We'll take that out.
Penelver.
You know, it's strange. Mandelay's hit the ball hard, so obviously a leadoff guy. He's got speed. He can put a bunt down, but he's hit the ball hard today. So I'm really surprised by that.
It's almost like one of those things they teach you too. Looked like he pushed that bunt. He tried to push it, let it hit the bat
Instead of receiving
You
it.
just got to let it hit the bat.
Yep.
Works out in the favor of the Welland Jackfish. Too quickly down here in the top half of the 6th inning already. And Abrams starts him off with a strike, as he's done all night.
Yeah, there's 2 things you're really looking for when you're bunting. A, you start up and work your way down. You never do the opposite, because that's when you get pop-ups and you get runners all over the place if you've got runners on. And yeah, you don't want to push it either. You got to receive that baseball and deaden it.
0-2. Abram has him in a hole here. Penalve tonight, 0 for 2. He struck out back in the first. Ground out victim in the 3rd. Now here in the 6th. Tonight's attendance, 2,096. And we just got the replay. Wow. I'm going to call it out when I see it, Reese. It's just a blown call at second. Or Luther. Jackfish should have had something going here.
Yeah, And
now what's happening down at field level here? The umpires are going to come together. Are they going to say that hit him?
I think that's what they're checking on.
Ben Abram seems to think he did not hit him. I'm not sure this conference is going to be of any help to the home plate umpire either.
I was going to say, it'll be tough for a base umpire to overturn that.
It looked like it got him in the lower section. Abrams seemed to disagree, but Penalve walked down to first base. It looked like it got him in the lower section on our replay.
Oh, they're going to bring him back. Wow.
I am shocked.
How does a base umpire overturn that?
How does a base umpire who made that call at second base see that? I'm shocked. It looked like it hit him.
It hit his foot.
It
did.
did.
I thought it did.
It hit him in the foot. Absolutely it did.
Foot, ankle, take your pick.
Wow. I'm not sure how you overturn that call with no replay. So one of the base umpires would have had to see conclusively and him not get hit.
You know what? I doubt it's the first base umpire.
Wow.
Considering the hitter's back is to first base.
All right.
Well, that's a break. Welland gets a break.
It's been an interesting inning and a half here, Reese.
It has. I'd say entertaining, but
well, that's the other thing too. It's got to be right?
Yeah, it can't be a, you know what, that might not have hit him. It's got to be a no, that I saw it. It didn't hit him.
And you're right, that pitch was inside. There's no way the first base umpire could have seen that. So third base umpire down the line made that call.
And I'm sure that's exactly what Kitchener asked as well, is who overturned you?
All right. Keep chugging along here. 2 down, still in a 2-2 count now. Abram comes home, broken bat, ground ball to second. Wisner on to first is in time, side retired. So they overturn the hit by pitch. He comes back and he grounds out. And Abram continuing to roll. 12 straight retired for Big Ben. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Still 1-0 Kitchener on top.
Great job, Fanatics. Visit Wings Up Welland, 200 Fitch Street, or online at wingsup.com. Fans, join the Jackfish again next Friday night, July 18th, for Friday Night Lights, presented by Penn Financial. Move over, Bills Mafia. There's a new bunch of crazy fanatics in town, tailgating, marching bands, and a good old-fashioned pep rally, celebrating everything we love about college game day, including beer hats. Join us pregame as we smash a car outside at Welland Stadium, drink koozie giveaways to the first 1,000 fans, Check out wellandjackfish.com for your tickets next Friday night.
Jackfish looking for some offense. Bottom of inning number 6 here in the Rose City. One of the Kitchener leads. Alec Murray, Reese Dumaney with you. It'll be 2-3-4 for Welland. Up, Gio Morello will lead things up. And it hasn't been lack of traffic tonight, Reese.
No, not at all.
It's been a little bit of bad luck.
We can call it that.
A little bit of misfortune. Choose my words wisely. Jackfish have had the leadoff man on base last 3 innings. 2 double plays. And you know what happened in the bottom half of the last inning. We'll leave it at that. Have erased promising looking innings for the Welland Jackfish. Morello. That's going to be a fair ball into left field, base hit, maybe more. Gio's thinking 2. He's on his way into second. Whew. I had to hold my breath.
We all took a second there.
Fans appreciate of it too.
Left fielder number 15, P.O.
So for the 4th straight innings, Jackfish have the leadoff man aboard. Gio's in a scoring position here to lead things off in the 6th. And that'll bring in P.O. Boucher.
Yeah, that was a hustle double all the way. And they're going to say he missed first base. Okay, he did not. Well, Kitchener's saying that, not the umpires. But yeah, no, that's a hustle double all day. You know, I thought the left fielder got to that ball fairly quickly, but Gio's just got too much speed.
Right spot. So Gio into scoring position. P.O. Boucher, see if he can come through. Starts him off with a front door breaker. Comes back in 0-1.
Yeah, and again, at minimum, you're looking for a ground ball to the right side or a fly ball to right field. Again, at minimum.
Boucher, right center. That ball is going to get down, base hit. Gio's going to get the wave. Bobbled in right. And an RBI single for P.O. Boucher has the Jackfish on the board. We're tied at 1.
Catcher number 23, Robert.
Boucher's the one that got the scoring started yesterday for the Jackfish. He does the same thing here today. You know, having the approach to go to a right field with a ball, able to hit it on a line and get himself a base hit and an RBI. Morello scores easily all day. The bobble helps. Yeah, Jackfish are even. With 10-homer man Robbie Mullen stepping to the plate.
Mullen attacks the first pitch, in on his hands, foul. Robbie is 1 for 2 today. A base hit back in the 3rd. 4th, check that.
The Jackfish would love to take control of the ball game right here.
You've had so many promising innings. And now looking to take over. Boucher's going to take off for second. Mullen's going to foul it off. And it's 0-2.
And that looked like it might have been a hit and run. A little bit of a late swing from Mullen. It was in on his hands. Clearly ball number 1. And with Boucher on the move, might have just been a last-ditch effort to get a swing around.
Oh, 2 to Robbie. In on his hands, shallow center. Second baseman Towers out, makes the catch, 1 down.
The designated hitter, number 24, Grayson Barrett.
Seems to be the game plan for the Kitchener Panthers against Mullen. Just try to jam him, not let that barrel square up the baseball. That's back-to-back pitches in close to his hands. That one is in fair territory.
Barrett slashes one through left field, base hit. And Grayson Barrett continues to strike the baseball hard. That's his first knock of the night, and that'll continue for Mateo Porcelato.
The third baseman.
And Barrett lately, other than his 3-run jack on Thursday, has been doing a really nice job letting the ball travel when it's on the outer half of the plate. You know, you see him shoot the ball to left field so often. It's just a nice, short, quick swing. Takes it to the opposite field. It looks just so smooth. And again, that's a pitch where if you try to drive it to your pull side, you're just rolling it over to the right side of the infield. But there, you let it travel a little bit longer, you get some good contact, and that's a nice line drive hit.
So here's Porch. Porch tonight, 2 for 2. Couple of base hits. Just continuing to drive that average up, and now catcher's going to go have a meeting with his pitcher, Evan Elliott. Home plate umpire out there as well immediately. Second baseman Charlie Towers joining.
Must be a sign cross up.
Yeah, I think
the pump system. Yeah, he'll wave it off. No pitch comm in the IBL. Think I could say yet? Think that'd be a thing? I doubt it. They're pretty expensive.
It's a mystery. Want to know to Porch. On the ground at first, Chopper. They're going to spin and go to second for one. Not in time, back to first. Not a chance with Porch running down the line. So they get Grayson at second. Now 2 away, but runners at the corners for Austin Gaum.
Your first baseman.
Yeah, that puts Porch on for a third time.
Gaum.
We saw him steal second base. Last time he reached, that was in the 4th. And have to imagine he has the same thought going through his head. Ricky, I'm sure, does at third also.
Jackfish have drawn even here in this inning. Leadoff double by Gio Morello, cashed in by Pio Boucher. There he goes out for second base. Ibarra is just going to soak it. And Porch has his second stolen base of the game.
Approaching very soon. Last call for 50-50 tickets. Should be a big jackpot
Up to
tonight.
16
approaching last
now
call
on
for
the season
50-50
for Porch.
tickets.
Seems as though he steals them all at home too.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. And that's 16 in this being game number 20. So just
That's
under
absurd.
1 per game.
And batting over 420. Called strike to Gaum, 1-1.
Yeah, a lot of guys can't do that. Hit for power and run.
And play very good defense at third, center, right, left, first.
Elliott's still really liking that breaking ball.
He's gotten swing and miss stuff from it the entire night tonight. Jackfish is starting to kind of see it a little bit better here, Reese. 4th time through the order. 2-1 to Gaum. 2-2. Gaum's 0 for 2 tonight. Elliott trying to get out of the inning. No more damage done. Leave it a tie game. Base hit will score 2.
Saw a 2-out clutch hit from him Thursday.
Gaum cracks one deep center field. It's going to hang up in time. Zeppieri back to make the catch. Inning over. Allowed third out for Gaum, who gave it a ride, but not enough. To the deepest part of the ballpark. Pio Boucher ties the game at 1 with an RBI single. And we head to the top of the 7th here at Welland Stadium. 1-1 Kitchener and Welland.
Sean and Josh for the Empty Bellies Dizzy Bat Race. Here's how this works. Move back a little, guys. When I say go ahead to bat to 4, spin around until I say stop, at what point you'll probably have to get up off your tuchus and hit the ball off the tee. First contestant to do so wins $25 to Empty Bellies. Max, I need you again. Are you ready? On your mark, get set, go. They're off. Here we go. Josh knows what he's doing apparently, says Coach Bench. Come on, Sean. Keep going. You're not busy yet. What do you guys think? Oh, bad. Rude. All right. Keep going, Sean. Don't stop. Huh? Keep going. You guys are so mean. How many hot dogs you guys have today? Faster, Sean. Huh? Keep going? We have all day here, so we can just keep it going. Back down, Sean. You're cheating. No one likes the leaders. All right, 10, 9, 8, keep going, 7, 6, 5, 4. What number again? Oh, yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. Congratulations. You're not almost winning our gift card to empty bellies. Now, one more time for our contestants. That was one of the greatest ones all year.
That was legendary dizzy bat race at the pond tonight. Don't forget, Welland Stadium stopped serving alcohol at the end of the 7th inning. Visit the bait shop or Miller Lite Dugout now and enjoy an ice cold tall boy. Please respect the rules.
An all-timer on the dizzy bat, presented by Empty Bellies
every one of our Welland
during the half inning.
Fans.
I mean, probably the best one of the season thus far.
Yeah, that was awesome. Looked like the one guy was a little turning a little slowly, but turns out he was just probably trying to keep his hot dogs down.
I don't know
honestly.
how he tried to monkey hit it too.
Yeah,
that was all time.
Man.
First pitch is called, a ball outside. Zippieri, who made the catch to end the inning, now leads things out for Kitchener. Back to even. Ones apiece. It's been a pitcher's duel here tonight between Big Ben and Evan Elliott. That one's in foul territory. Playable for Mateo Porcelano. Going to give way to Luther, man, who made the catch. What a grab for out number one.
Catcher
here in the 7th.
They don't care how you get the job
wow.
done. Sometimes you make it look pretty without trying to make it look pretty. That being batter number 14 in a row, retired by Ben Abram.
Continuing to chug along. I told you, gives up a home run, and then he's absolutely dialed in.
He's Cy Young.
1-0 on its way. Got him chasing outside, 1-1. It's a pitch that starts middle, and all of a sudden it's in the other batter's box.
Yeah, that didn't look fair.
Junior Ibarra unable to hold off on it. Ibarra tonight is 0 for 2. A strikeout and a ground out. Now we'll see a 1-1 from Abram. High.
Velocity's still there. Even into the 7th, there is action. I think it's Euclides Layer.
Looks to be. Layer pitched on Thursday. I feel like it's a crime to eat pizza on Glizzy night. Broken bat. That's going to land. Fair territory. Base hit down the left field line. Ibarra's going to hold on at first base. And a 1-out single. His first hit of the night. Make Ibarra 1 for 3. And the Panthers have a base runner for the first time in 14 batters.
Since the second inning, when Fuji took him deep. What a heck of a run by Ben Abram. And again, still has an opportunity to face the minimum here in the 7th. He gets himself a ground ball, and it's hit hard enough. Get yourself 2 outs on 1 play.
Luther and Weisner up the middle. Now you got to deal with Charlie Towers, the second baseman. There's a ground ball. Luther to his right on a second for 1. Not in time. Towers good speed, but they do get the lead runner Ibarra.
I say, yeah, no chance.
Especially ranging that far to his right.
Yep, going the wrong way. You get the easy out at second, and now you've got yourself 2 outs.
Now batting for Kitchener, left fielder Jamie Cabral.
So here is Cabral's first at-bat. He came in as a defensive replacement for Ruta Osawa. And now 2 down in the inning. Runner remaining at first is Towers. First pitch, ground ball. Luther, same result to second base in time, inning over. So Abram works around a 1-out base hit from Ibarra, and he is through another scoreless frame. We head to the bottom of the 7th, but before it's time to stretch it.
Fans, you know what time it
here
is?
At Welland Stadium.
Middle of the 7th inning. I'm going to hand the mic over to the one and only Welland's own Harry Carey.
Once again, thank you, Rodney. It's hot. Holy cow. It's hot in the pond. And it's not just the weenies out there. So everybody, we're going to the ball game. Stretch those legs, stretch those arms, and stretch those lungs, and we can make a big draft. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. And it's root for the Jackfish. If they lose, it's a shame, 'cause it's at the old ball game. All right, stay cool.
He wants you to stay cool, and he's one cool customer. Welland's own Harry Carey. Leading off the 7th inning for the Jackfish, shortstop, number 20, Brendan Luther.
All right, so Luther will lead us off here in the 7th inning. He'll lead off for the 3rd time tonight. Funny how that works out once again. Luther tonight is 1 for 1 with a walk. He's been on base both times. And a strike is called to start the at-bat at 1-1.
What you want from your leadoff hitter? Albeit he's in the 8th spot, but let off twice.
He's batting .360 this season. It's not a bad 8-hole hitter. Going to show bunt, try and lay one down on that third base line. Foul. So now in an 0-2 hole.
You know, I like that. After the beauty we saw on Thursday, why not?
.02 is on the way. Luther, little hack to protect, able to get a piece of it.
Made a couple of guys bail. The far side of the dugout.
Jackfish in the midst of a 4-game stretch here. They'll go again tomorrow in Chatham. Quick turnaround, 0-2, bounces in the dirt. That is a quick turnaround, too. You finish tonight. Bus probably leaves early morning tomorrow. You got to think around 7, 8 a.m. It's an afternoon game.
Makes you thankful for the 6 o'clock start today.
Absolutely it does. Absolutely. That sun's gone now. Clear skies. Still hot as ever. So Luther gets a piece of another one.
He's putting up a battle right now.
Evan Elliott tonight, he has matched Ben Abram. 59 strikes, 24 balls. 83 pitches on the night for Elliott. I mean, what more can you ask from him? I mean, we knew coming in he had a really good fastball. And if he could play off his fastball and get swings outside the zone, he was going to be effective. He's been really effective tonight. He's gotten his fair share of strikeouts as well. And he's been shutting down this offense of the Jackfish, what we mentioned. 13 runs on Thursday, 15 runs yesterday down at the pits. Not an easy task for Evan Elliott, especially after his team's coming off getting no hit and 4 hit in back-to-back nights.
Yeah. Yeah, his breaking ball has complemented that fastball really nicely tonight. It's been a really good mix. Now, we've started to see the adjustment from the Fish as this game has gone on, but still the movement has been really good, and he's spotting it well. You don't need too much velocity if you know how to spot your pitches well, and he's got the velocity and he spots his pitches really well.
A 3-2 count. Luther locked in a battle with Elliott. He's going to shoot one up the middle, base hit. Luther is aboard for the 3rd time tonight, and a leadoff single for Welland. We'll turn it over to Brandon Hupe. What a battle.
Fielder, number 21,
I think that's probably got to start something in the bullpen for Kitchener, especially with Elliott over 80 pitches. There we go. There he goes.
Alex on it.
You just get a hunch sometimes. Get a hunch. Getting up toward that 90, 100 pitch mark. Get something going on. But again, the Jackfish have another leadoff man aboard here to start an inning.
Yeah, I'm going to echo what Brent was saying and wonder if they put down a bunt here.
Right back to the pitcher. Thought about second. He's going to make the smart play on to first base and get the guaranteed out, but Luther now in his scoring position. It's a good play by Elliott. Sometimes you want to get that lead guy, but you're going to take the out.
Yeah, sometimes you try to force it. You see, oh, no, I've got enough time, and then you force a throw, and then it either bounces, ends up in center field, whatever the case might be. So, yeah, again, you take the automatic out, because if you start throwing the baseball around, it makes your life so much more difficult, and you don't need it with the top of the order coming up.
It's a good play by Elliott to get one out. Better than having 2 on and nobody away. But now a runner in scoring position. Great speed in Luther. And here's Jonah Weisner, who takes high and away for ball 1. Starting to see that command kind of taper off a little bit here for Elliott, too, in the later innings.
Yeah, he's missed a couple of times with that fastball, arm side.
Weisner tonight is over 3. He did reach on an error, though, in the 3rd. They're going to go back out to that corner. 2-0. Good take.
That's a really close pitch. Again, as a hitter, you can't really do much with it. As a pitcher, it's really well located. Weisner gets rewarded for his good eye.
2-0 to Jonah Weisner. Here it comes. Fights one off in on his hands.
Everybody clap
4th time to the plate. I'm sure he was anticipating seeing something soft there, 2-0. Looked like he took a pretty good rip at it.
Up over that 90 pitch mark now for Elliott. I mean, if he can get his team through 7 and only give up 1, that's all you can ask out of your starter. Jonah Weisner's going to send one left center field. That ball is destined for the gap. It gets down all the way to the wall. Luther's going to score. Weisner in his second with an RBI double. Jackfish take the lead for the first time tonight.
These Jackfish hitters continue to take the baseball the other way. That's a good piece of hitting from Jonah Weisner. 2-1 count after he took a big rip at a 2-0 pitch. And he split the outfielders in left center.
And that's going to cause a meeting from the manager and Evan Elliott. Danny Garcia getting warmed down in the pen for the Kitchener Panthers. Looks like just trying to settle down his young righty here, Reese.
Yeah, it's just, get refocused. You're okay. You've been around the zone. You've gotten your chases out. And again, it's only one run, right? You're still in a position where if you keep working hard, you can limit the damage to just one, get your offense back with 6 outs to try and get one or more.
I think the most impressive feat tonight from Evan Elliott is that we talked about his issues kind of in and around the zone. We've talked about sometimes struggling to command that zone.
Now batting for
He is
Welland, center fielder,
pounded the strike zone
11,
tonight. And he's mixed in his off speeds really well.
Yeah, his sequencing has been really nice. Him and Ibarra have been on the same page from the get-go.
Does not look like a guy who sports a 6+ ERA.
Not at all.
Always a test coming into Welland Stadium, and Elliott has lived up to it here, trying to get through this 7th now without any more damage. We mentioned Garcia getting warmed down in the pen for Kitchener. First pitch to Morello is inside.
Yeah, you mentioned the control's starting to go. You're starting to see him get behind hitters a lot more as the 7th inning goes on as well.
It's just fatigue.
Yep, for sure. You get near that 100-pitch mark. And
it's 32 degrees. It's hot as he finds the zone. Morello not a fan. He'll step out and reset. 1-1. But again, hot day. We mentioned the heat. You're up around 100 pitches. Just running out of gas. 1-1. Gio. Little nubber in front of home plate. Bare hand throw to first. Not in time. The ball is dropped by Carosis at first base. It was a great effort from Elliott. But now runners at the corners with only one away for P.O. Boucher. I mean, I don't think if that throw's caught, he beats him anyways. I think he's there. Yeah. Morello, great wheels down the line.
Yeah, he's going to be awarded a single there.
Left fielder number 15,
Elliott gets off the mound well.
P.O. Boucher.
And you got a feeling this might be the last hitter he sees. Garcia looks ready in the pen.
Yeah, I doubt he sees Robbie Mullen. Even if he does get an out here.
So P.O. Boucher, 1 for 3 tonight, an RBI single back in the 6th. That got the Jackfish on the board, and he starts with the ball 1.
Going back to the fatigue for Elliott, you're right. You consider the weather, the pitch count. One thing also, too, is he really hasn't gotten that much rest.
No.
Ben Abram has had a ton of quick innings in a row, so he's not in that dugout for very long.
Nope. Sometimes that's good, but sometimes as a pitcher, especially in the weather, you want to have a little bit of time off. His offense hasn't really helped him.
Yeah, you need that time to hydrate, recharge, maybe cool off a little bit if you've got a small fan in there. But, yeah, when it's been those 1, 2, 3 innings for Abram, it's come in and head back out.
But Kitchener again, Reese, what, 4 hits tonight? It's 3 or 4, I believe. 3, yeah.
And 2 of them were in the first 2 innings. One in the first, one in the second.
One was the leadoff, one was in the second.
Yep.
Ibarra, after 14 straight retired from Abram, got a hit in the 6th. 3-0. Gets one on the outside, 3-1. Auto take for Boucher.
100%.
Got to see a strike. 66-32, strikes to balls. 99th pitch coming up here for Elliott. It's ball 4, and he's walked him. Bases loaded. You got to go get this guy.
Yeah, you can't let him face Mullen here.
My jaw will be on the ground if they don't come out and get him.
23,
Garcia's not
Robert
throwing anymore, so
Mullen.
my assumption is he's ready.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought for sure that'd be it. Really
99 pitches, and you're going to start him with Robbie Mullen and the bases loaded.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see if it pans out for him. I mean, he has had Mullen's number tonight. Mullen 1 for 3. A base hit back in the 4th. This is a whole different scenario now. Big cut and miss from Mullen, 0-1.
He got a really good rip at that pitch.
Nowhere to put him, so you got to challenge him.
Maybe you're hoping for a ground ball because he's an easy double play candidate. I don't know.
Corners are in. Outfield straight up. 0-1. Mullen fouls it off, 0-2.
I think he just missed that pitch. Looking at his reaction, he knew he got a really good pitch to try and drive.
High fastball, you just got to catch up to it, right? It lights your eyes up. Mullen just late on it. They're going to go off speed here. Mullen's got to know that's coming. Got to be careful, though.
Yeah, if you're Ibarra, you want it as far away from the middle of the plate as possible.
They're going to go high and out. In tight. He missed a spot. So 3 fastballs to Robbie Mullen here.
He has been late today on the heat, so that could go into the process in this at-bat.
1-2. Mullen, center field, base hit. Weisner's going to score. Gio right behind him. Throw home, not close. 2 RBI single for Robbie. His second knock of the night. And the Jackfish continue to add on. 4-1. Welland here in the 7th as Robbie Mullen comes through. And I think maybe we now know why his ERA is so high. He's getting hung out there right now.
Yeah.
The designated hitter, number 24.
I don't understand this
Grayson
at all. That's a rocket back up the middle.
The only thing I could think is that they don't have enough arms that they think he needs to get them through 7.
It's got to be it. 3rd day in a row, they're playing.
It's a shame, though, for Elliott. I mean, he had such a great start.
He did.
And it's not going to show in the stats. It's not a quality start anymore for Elliott. Giving up 4, now 3. Here in the 7th. Double steal coming off. Barrett swinging away. Is that a stolen base for Mullen? Is that his first stolen base of the season? Can we get the second base bag? Add speed to the tools of Rob. Look at him out there.
He's like, come on, guys, really? Oh, man.
Foul tip. Into the mitt for strike 3. Good job by Ibarra. So he gets Barrett to strike out 2 down. All right, Robbie, show off those wheels.
The 3rd baseman, number 10, Mateo Porcelato.
Hey, Garcia's ready.
Yeah, I would say you break it down like this. He had 5 great innings, 6 really good innings, because the 6th inning you could start to see it. But the 7th, I don't want to say it ruins the outing, but it doesn't make it look as good as it did.
Well, here's a guy who's hammered him tonight.
Yeah.
Mateo Porcelato. 2 for 3. Couple of base hits.
And you can tell he's laboring. He's taking extra time in between pitches and taking an extra walk. Yeah, Garcia's clearly ready.
Elliott comes set. No, 0-1. 0-2, and he's a pitch away from getting out of it. They come back and challenge him here.
0-2, I think he goes soft.
8th man to the plate here in the inning for Welland. Porch fights it off. Kitchener tonight, a run on 3 hits and an error. Jackfish 4 runs on 11 hits. Talked about it. They haven't had problems getting on base tonight.
Nope, not at all.
It has been a couple of unfortunate events, a couple of unlucky events, a couple of double plays. They left the bases loaded, but have broken through here in the 7th, taking advantage of Kitchener leaving him on the mound. Breaking ball stays outside.
That was pitch 110. You can even see him take a couple looks in the dugout.
Yeah, like
I'm ready, guys. Like,
I've given you what I have. See if he can execute a pitch here to Mateo Porcelato and get out of this inning. 1-2. He did, and he got him. Strike 3. So Evan Elliott at 111 pitches tonight. 6 great innings. Jackfish catch him in the 7th as he is gassed off the mound. That's got to be it for him. Great start by Elliott. Again, not going to show us nice in this stats book, but we saw him tonight. He was excellent for Kitchener. He's given them a chance to win a ball game. 4-1 Fish as we head to the 8th here in Welland.
Chance to win a free oil change courtesy of Elevate Auto. No real instructions for this game. And his musical chair is pretty simple. Where's our 4th? There it is. All right, DJ, hit that beat. You guys gonna go? Game on. Hot dog. Keep going. You're out, sir. All right, here we go. Oh, that one's done. Up you get, my friend. Up you get. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Up you get, guys. All right, let's go. 2 down. 1 down.
Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Now we got ears inside for you.
You're out, my friend. White shirt's out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, down to the final 2. Up you get, my friend. All right, hit the beat, DJ.
Hot dog, no problem solved.
You gotta keep going around, guys.
Hot diggity dog.
Keep going. I don't know what's going on here. Congratulations.
On sale now. Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Welland Jackfish, number 27, Euclides Lair.
New pitcher into the ball game for the Welland Jackfish. Uke, as we call him here in the Rose City. Euclides Lair.
8th inning for Kitchener. Third baseman.
4-0 record, 260 ERA, 33 strikeouts to boot. Great numbers for Lair. Started out of the rotation, now into the bullpen. And he gets his 2nd mound visit of the weekend. Lair's 1-0, swung on and missed, first strike. So it looks like they're going to go probably Lair and Mendez.
You're 8-9 guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we saw on
minus
1 and 2.
Minus the inning that Lair entered the ball game, he had a scoreless outing. You get rid of those first few batters, and he just threw up a couple of zeros after that and handed it over to Davey.
Jackfish able to have a big 8th inning on Thursday night to power them to a win.
Again, Uke's a guy that'll work quick, gets the baseball back, and immediately toes the rubber, ready for the sign.
Ripped foul down the first base line. Uke will be at the Midsummer Classic next weekend in Hamilton. Joining 3 other Jackfish pitchers. in Hamilton
Fanciest
at
been
Bernie
informed
Arbor.
Gary Miano made the trip. $2 hot dogs still available at concessions. $2 glizzies still available.
2-2 from you. Say he held up at third base on the check down.
We're going to say it hit him too. That was back-to-back pitches that looked like they were coming directly at him.
Yeah.
First baseman A.J. Carrasas.
So here's Carrasas, 0 for 2 tonight. Layer pumps in strike one.
One pitch away from getting a couple outs.
Fouled off 0-2. Runner taking off, going to be spoiled at the plate. Porcelano giving it a look, but it's about 4 rows deep.
Kind of thought it had a chance to possibly stay in play, but you're right, about 4 rows up. Runner was off on the pitch as well. Trying to avoid the double play.
Layer in an 0-2 count. Another one fought off.
He's just spoiling everything. These are all pitchers' pitches. But Carrasas doing a nice job staying with Uke. Fouling something off till he gets a good pitch to hit.
Layer coming set. High chopper. Backing Wisner up at second. To the bag. Got him in time. It was a close play, but they do call him out at second base, so they get the lead runner. And one away.
I thought there might have been a chance that Wisner went to first
Designated
there,
hitter
but
Trent Lawson.
Once you
get the
back
lead
up on
runner
that
when you
ball,
can.
yeah.
Yeah, once you back up on it. Didn't think he had a shot at second base. That's where quick hands come into play.
Oh, look out. Behind Trent Lawson.
Larry Walker against Randy Johnson in the All-Star game. Reminded me of that.
Minus a couple miles an hour.
Yeah. So that's coming up this week, too.
Yep.
MLB All-Star game in Atlanta. Futures game was today.
A lot of all-star events going on around baseball world. 1-1 as Layer pumps in a strike.
Which, by the way, Tarek Skubal named AL All-Star starting pitcher.
You big Tigers fan over here.
Hey, your Pittsburgh Pirates ace should be the starter in the National League. Paul Skeens.
Ooh, yeah, they both had excellent seasons.
I say that because Aaron Boone's the manager, and he'll probably want his Yankees guy on the mound, but he's hurt, so Skubal will do it.
Swung on and missed, strike 3, so you get some for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, how about heat behind you and then everything's soft?
Shortstop
It's
Jordan
an uncomfortable feeling as a hitter
Mandela.
at the plate.
Austin Boylan, a sacrifice fly for the Barrie Baycats at the bottom of the 10th. Walks off the Brantford Red Sox 6-5 as a strike is called. Back to the top of the order as Jordan Mandula steps in. Chopper to short. Luther's got it onto first in time. Inning over. Soler, a clean inning here in the top half of the 8th. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Jackfish remaining on top 4-1.
There's nowhere else I'd rather be. Home is wherever you make it. Might not be what you expected. Raise your glass and take a moment. Look around you, this is home.
When the unexpected happens, who can you call to guide you from crisis to calm? The trusted experts at Service Master Restore are ready when you need us. We'll be there for you every step of the way. Service Master Restore. We restore your home and your peace of mind.
Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, when you sing the bedlam. Hearts will play tippy-tippy-tay, tippy-tippy-tay, like a guitar and bedlam. When the stars make...
Don't forget, Tailgates is the official postgame party of your Welland Jackfish. Visit Tailgates Bar and Grill, 200 Fitch Street here in Welland. Join the Fanatics every road game at Tailgates as the official road game viewing location during the 2025 season. Fans, $2 glizzies, $2 hot dogs still on sale. We've sold over 1,000 tonight, Fanatics. $2 hot dogs still on sale. You see it, the glizzy counter. 1033, oh my. Leading off the 8th inning for your Jackfish. First baseman, number 6, Austin Gum.
Oh, look at this. We got the glizzy counter on the screen now for our viewers.
Now pitching
1,033 hot dogs
38,
deleted at the
Danny
ballpark
Garcia.
tonight. Is that good?
I'd say so.
That's a lot of dogs.
That's easy math for the books.
Yeah. Oh! Felt that one up here. Danny Garcia hits the first man he sees. Austin Gum, leadoff man aboard for the Fish.
Maybe that's why they didn't put him in last inning. Again, it's still a mystery for us, but
that was high heat. No chance of getting away.
And it was
from that one.
Shortstop number 20, Brendan Luther.
Again, protection helps, but look how hard that is. Like, it'll still sting.
So here's Luther, who's creeping up on that 400 mark in the batting average category. Another 2 hits for him tonight. 2 for 2. He's been on base all 3 times out of the 8-hole. Scored a run. Trying to lay a bunt down, but sends it foul, 1-1.
For Garcia, this is appearance number 13 on the year. ERA just a tick above 7.5. In 16 2/3 innings pitched, he's struck out 19.
But
21 hits.
Got the strikeout stuff. The control is debatable. Sliding into second base safely. Throw on to first is in time. Get him by half a step. Luther flying down the first base bag. But a good play by the second baseman, Charlie Towers. Gone was off of the pitch.
Yeah, looked like a hit and run. Luther does his job. He puts the ball on the ground. Stay out of the double play. Gums in scoring position now. That's another quality at bat for Brendan Luther out of the 8-hole.
Here's Hupe. Start him off with a pitch in the other batter's box, 1-0.
It's a heck of a pick from Ibarra there.
Little backhand stab.
That was about a 55, 56 footer. As you see Davey Mendez warming up.
Hoope swing and a miss.
If things were to continue this way and the Jackfish don't get any more, it would be a save situation.
Take a look at the flamethrower down at the bullpen. You think Davey likes this weather?
Yeah.
It's the first time I think all season I haven't seen him with a sweater on down in the dugout.
Yeah, because again, climates are different, obviously, but yeah, you see them with sweaters when it's like 23 or 24. I think even Gillespie's grabbed a ball, too. That's probably in case they do get this run. He might come in if it's a bigger gap than 3.
They're kind of both standing around. You got to be mindful again tomorrow.
Yep.
Chatham-Kent, it's a quick turnaround, afternoon game. You likely don't want to burn them if you have to. Strike 3 called. Hoope didn't think so. 2 down. And now it's going to have to be a 2-out hit.
Yeah, I think if it were up to S, he'd probably like to have Davey fresh for tomorrow, not having to pitch today. But again, if you're a 3-run ball game, you do want him finishing things off.
Yeah, because if you end up in a same situation again tomorrow, that would be Davey 3 in 4 nights.
And then you go Tuesday in Guelph.
And Friday, Saturday back at home. Gom standing at second.
I think we're starting to hear some kids chant their baseball cheers.
Hot shot to first. Nice pick over there by Carosis. He's got a dive to the bag, and he beats Weisner. Nice play by the first baseman, A.J. Carosis. That will claim the entrance for Davey Mendez in a safe situation. 4-1, Jackfish on top. Last call for the Kitchener Panthers as 41 enters the ball game. All right, here we go. Buckle up, 9th inning.
Fans, your attention,
Davey
please.
Mendez
Now
into the ball
pitching
game for the Welland Jackfish, looking to knock down another save.
41, everybody with me, Davey Mendez.
No introduction needed for Davey Mendez. He's got one job to do.
Lozani Penelver.
2, 3, 4. There it is. Pumps in heat.
Let's go. Aye, oh. Let's go. Aye, oh.
0-1.
I was about to tell you how good Davey is. Strike one was already on the board before we delivered the pitch.
I was like, did I just black out for a hot minute there, or what's going on? It's very possible.
You know what? I like it.
I'm staying hydrated. Promise. Mendez has him in an 0-2 hole. He's got his sign. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Mendez. Breaking ball, just stayed outside. With that to speed your bat up.
Yeah, that's probably just a toy with him.
Come back, fastball here in a 1-2 count. Mendez rocks into the windup. Here it comes inside. Almost hit him.
Yeah, get those feet moving. And coming up and in makes a hitter uncomfortable. Making him dance out of the way does the exact same thing.
2-2.
And it feels like it'll be a fastball here.
Davey set. Here comes the 2-2 offering. In the air to center. Who's got it? Gio racing in, Luther racing out. It's going to drop in between them. Throw into second. Mendez covering the bag. And a little bit of a blunder to open the ninth inning for the Welland Jackfish. I'm not sure what happened there. It was a catchable ball. You'd think Gio had the better line on it, and it just fell in between the two of them.
Yeah, I don't know if it was just Gio's positioning. He was too deep that he couldn't get to it, or he slowed up because he thought it was the shortstop's ball all
Center
day.
fielder Matteo Zeppieri.
Not sure. And then, yeah, they had an opportunity to get him at second, and you know, you don't really expect Davey to cover the bag. That's where you look at Austin Gom. You know, you're essentially done at first base. He's got to follow the runner there as he's going at 2.
So Kitchener gets a runner aboard to lead off the inning. Mendez deals ball 1.
That's not often we say someone got a blue double.
Nobody touched it. It's a base hit.
Yep.
Now if that ball hits off a glove. Strike pumped in, 1-1.
Then we have the discussion whether or not it was a tough play if it catches leather.
So many gray areas.
Yeah.
Jackfish will be back home Friday, Saturday next week. Leading into the All-Star game on Sunday. That one is sent to center field. Morello bounces in front of him, almost over top of him. They're going to hold the runner at third base. All right, so Kitchener in business here in the ninth against Mendez. A double and a single to start their inning. And they'll bring the tying man to the plate. Probably couldn't have anybody better. Junior Ibarra.
Catcher Junior Ibarra.
Yeah, he's been around. He's had his fair share of moments for the Panthers.
No strangers here, Mendez and Ibarra.
And he's the guy you focus on. Guy on third doesn't matter. Guy on first doesn't matter.
You get Kitchener's best hitter against Welland's best reliever. Power v. power. Here we go. Mendez starts him out with a fastball, strike 1.
And you don't even care if he takes off for second base either. Let him have it.
Runs on base don't matter. 1 for 3 tonight. Ibarra single back in the 7th. Mendez. He's going to step off. Here comes his 0-1. Ibarra fouls it off the end of the bat, 0-2.
I think he might have chased ball 1 there. Saw him reach a little bit extra to go after that fastball.
Take into account Ibarra's at-bats tonight. He's chased a couple in the other batter's box. I wonder if they go off speed and try and get him to chase out here.
Yeah. Yeah, find a way to bounce it or just
stick hard.
Yeah.
Runners at the corners, nobody away here in the ninth. Ibarra in an 0-2 Cal Mendez. Come set, here comes the 0-2. They do go soft and it stays high.
Again, you had a pitch to play with there.
Got to think he'd take a ground ball too and give up a run here.
100%. Absolutely. Ibarra, good double play candidate.
1-2 Mendez looking for his first out here in the ninth. Here comes the offering. And just able to throw the bat at it and get a piece as Ibarra.
Still on claim, winning number 500165 on the scoreboard.
Panthers were thinking the same thing we were.
The Crime Stoppers of Niagara table.
Let's stay out of the double play. Let's start the runner with 2 strikes.
500165.
Flashing a ton of signs down there at third base.
Fans trying to get behind Mendez. 1-2 to Ibarra. Breaking ball, no. Inside, Mullen wanted that one. I think it was inside on the, as across the play, Reese.
Yeah, I think so. That's one where it's close enough. You're like, oh, come on, give me that. But
it's a bold take with 2 strikes.
Yeah.
Two and two. Mendez offering. Fouled off by Ibarra.
Ibarra really wants us to get a foul ball.
Everybody does.
He's had like 2 or 3 that have come in at least our direction, whether it be over our heads or straight back at the screen.
Out of town scoreboard. Hamilton a 3-1 lead over Chatham-Kent. Game in the 5th.
They're looking to sweep that home and home.
We talk about Hamilton, how they get hot, and then they go on a 3-4 game run, and then ultimately lose a couple in a row, and then back and forth. 2-2 on the way. Ibarra, high chopper to third base. Going to be a tough play. Ports, bare hand to first, not in time. Ball gets by Gom. 1 run's going to score. As advancing up to third base now is Zeppieri. And runners remain at the corners, nobody away, and tying runs at first base now for Kitchener.
Second baseman.
Bottom of the 4th in
Towers.
Guelph. London a 2-0 lead over the Royals, who get to deal with Victor Payano. Good luck.
Yep.
Well, now things getting interesting here in the top half of the 9th.
I thought they might pinch run for Ibarra over at first base, but he stays there.
I think that would change with outs.
Yep, you're right.
You get 1 or 2 outs. I wonder if they consider.
Because still, the guy on third makes no difference what he does.
Ibarra's the big run here. You take a ground ball in a heartbeat. 1-1.
That's what you're pitching for right now if you're Davey Mendez. Yeah, he can light up the radar gun. He can get his fair share of strikeouts, but your shooting needs to get yourself a ground ball and a couple of outs.
We talked about it. Don't take any game for granted. Kitchener stringing together 3 hits in this 9th, which doubles their hit total from tonight. They had 3 hits through 8.
Mendez has thrown 18 pitches and has not recorded an out.
Nothing going on down the Jackfish bullpen. 2-1 Mendez. 2-2. Got to execute one here.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got to bear down.
Fans want something to cheer about here. Runners at the corners. 2-2 pitch coming up from Mendez. Big one. Here comes his offering. Fly ball to center field. Gio Morello. It's going to drop in front of him for a base hit. 4-3 RBI single for Charlie Towers. And now that tying run is up to second base. What is happening? 4 straight hits by Kitchener here in the 9th off Davey Mendez.
And I'm fairly certain about this. We will more than likely see a bunt from the Kitchener Panthers.
You got to bunt in this situation.
And I think Ibarra is out of the game now. He's getting a bunch of fist bumps on his way back.
If you're Kitchener, you can't play around anymore. You got to have speed at second base. You can't have Ibarra get thrown out at third.
And it looks like it'll be Nicholas Kairos, number 8. Be that pinch runner.
Scott Gillespie's warming up for the Welland Jackfish. He was already warming up, so it shouldn't take him long to get ready.
Number 8, Nicholas Kairos.
I'm sure there were 2 purposes of that visit. One, to let Gillespie get hot again, but to also go over your bunt defense. Gom and Porch will be in on the grass.
Cabral, who came in as a replacement defensively, 0 for 1 tonight, gets a shot here, tying runner at second base. The pinch runner, Nicholas Kairos. Oh, that is a worst-case scenario. He's got to get out of Mullen's way. It would have been an out anyways, even if he didn't catch it.
Yeah.
That is the worst-case scenario for Kitchener. Now 1 down. They can't get that bunt down. And the runner stays at second. Best-case scenario for the Welland Jackfish. Because like I said, he was out regardless if Mullen caught that baseball.
Yeah, and on the pitch, that's one where, again, you go back to you have to work down, because if you start working up, that's when you pop it up. That one, I think you're okay to take a strike. If it's a little bit up in the zone, you take a strike in order not to pop it up, but they don't do it. And it was a fastball up, but he popped it up.
So here is Yasuki Fuji. Strike 1.
And now the bunt goes away. You're swinging for a base hit or to move a runner and a base hit afterwards.
You're not going to bunt with Fuji. He's been on base twice. He homered back in the second. Mendez ahead 0-1. Here comes the offering. Chopper back to the mound. Make the play to first. He does in time. 2 down. And the runners advance 90 feet. That tying run at third. It's a great play by Mendez to stay calm, make the throw to first get the guaranteed out. And now it's going to have to be a base hit. A.J. Karasis, the man at the dish, she is 0 for 3 tonight.
This is where the infield's got to get dirty if they need to. Keep the ball out of the outfield.
Welland trying to squeak one out. 2 down, 2 on. Karasis at the dish. Mendez pumps in strike 1.
That's big to get ahead.
Robert Mullen directing traffic on the infield.
Actually going to pull the right fielder in a few steps.
Weisner right on the cut on the back of the infield. Gom playing back as well. Off speed, front door, 0-2. There's no way you can gear up to hit that after you saw what you saw at the first pitch.
No.
All right. Panthers down to their last strike. Fans on their feet here at the pond. Looking for another Fish win. Here's Mendez 0-2. He got him, strike 3.
The final score.
Davey Mendez punches out A.J. Kurosis to end the ball game. And Kitchener, who gave it a shot in the ninth, comes up just short of the Jackfish. Squeak one out over the Kitchener Panthers. They get it done. 4-3 the final score. And Welland 3-0 on this 4-game trip this weekend. As we'll head down to the field level, we will step aside momentarily. We'll be back to wrap things up with you from the pond here in Welland. Jackfish take a heartbreaker over Kitchener, 4-3.
Fans, one more time, let's hear it for your Welland Jackfish. Down to the field we go with the Director of Fun for tonight's Player of the Game presentation.
Well, 7 innings, 1 run, no big deal. Obviously, the player of the game presented by Moving Niagara, Ben Abram. We want to say the Fanatics tonight, my friend.
Thanks for coming out, Fanatics. We love you.
One more time for our player of the game, Ben Abram.
Fans, thank you for attending tonight's game. Don't forget, Friday Night Lights, next Friday night, July 18th, presented by Penn Financial. Tickets on sale now. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Please drive home safely, and we'll see you all next Friday night.
Back inside Welland Stadium, up here in the press box, Alec Murray, Reese Dumani, post-game. Maybe not the offense we've seen the last couple of games, but the Jackfish do get it done. That's all that matters. A win in the win column, 4-3. Jackfish get it done. Mendez played with fire in the ninth inning, but eventually he did get all 3 outs, stranding the tying run at third base. First of all, brilliant effort by the pitching for Kitchener tonight, and also their offense in the ninth inning.
Yeah. Elliott, first off, it was a great 5 innings. You could start to see the fatigue. You mentioned the weather. The pitch count was getting up there. You really didn't have a ton of breaks because Abram was just 1, 2, 3 on the other side. So it was a great 5 innings. It was a good 6 innings, and it was, well, I should say a really good 6 innings and then a good 7 innings. That 7th inning, you started to see the wear and tear. You started to see the fatigue. It was just, we were waiting. We were looking at our watches like,
110 pitches.
Yeah, when's this going to happen? When's he going to come out of the game? But he gets through 7, 4 across. I mean, yeah, props to him. He pitched really good. It's tough to come in here and pitch that well. So props to him. And, yeah, the offense for not going away. They could just fold and, we got Davey. We're going to be, we'll just go home and get ready for the next one. But, no, they didn't go away. They put together good at-bats. They had solid hits. A little bit of a bloop double that could have been caught. It was close, but they put together a good 9th inning. It's just unfortunate that bunt, I think, really turned the tide. It goes up in the air, and that's out number 1. Interference would have been called anyways. So, a heck of an effort. They get 2, but it's not enough.
They don't ask how. They just see the final score, Reese.
Yes.
4-3. I mean, it goes back to our fact. Anybody can beat anybody in this league, whether you're 9, whether you're 1. It doesn't matter. The Jackfish do get it done, though. They get their 20th win of the season already. Great start. Great middle part. All-Star games coming up next week. It's a busy week for Welland as they go to Guelph on Tuesday. couple of weird games next week. Guelph on Tuesday, then back home on Friday against these Kitchener Panthers. That's a rain day makeup game. And then Saturday night at the Pond as well. And then you go to Hamilton for Sunday for the Midsummer Classic, the All-Star game. Lots of baseball to look forward to next week.
Yeah, there really is. We're going to do back-to-back, right? It's going to be fun. I remember we did 3 games in 6 days or 5 days it was Canada Day week. So, a lot of baseball, but it's fun. There's never a bad day at the ballpark, right? You get a couple more games here at the Pond, and then, you go to Hamilton for the All-Star game, which I'm sure you're going to mention this, but final vote ends Monday night at midnight, so go ahead. I think Hupe's second. I believe he's second in that race right now. So
there's a couple guys mixed up in there, but he's
again,
right there.
Midnight on Monday.
Absolutely. Great baseball to look forward to here at Welland Stadium next week. Also on the road at Bernie Arbor. Don't forget to get your tickets. Still some available in Hamilton for the Midsummer Classic. Home Run Derby first, followed by the All-Star Game. It's going to be a great day of festivities, so make sure to grab your tickets. You can grab those on the IBL website. You can also grab those on the Hamilton Cardinals website under the All-Star Game tab there. Well, we'll sign off here quickly. Reese, your final thoughts from tonight's game.
Yeah, I thought it was a well-played game, well-pitched game. Abram did his job. Elliott did his job. I thought the defense was solid. Couple mistakes, but really didn't cost anybody. I thought it was just a well-played ball game on both sides.
Absolutely. Kitchener that close to their 10th win. Davey Mendez locks down the save in the 9th inning and avoids trouble with a tying run at third base. We love all of you fanatics for tuning in, even if you're tuning in from Kitchener or wherever you may be. We thank you all for joining us at the Pond, and we can't wait to see you next week. But for now, we'll say cheers from Welland and good night.